Welcome everybody to episode 17 of Gundam Gunpla and Grunts. We have a busy schedule for today. Lots of stuff, lots of kits. We have many of the returning. I think we're only missing one person. JD doesn't seem that he cannot make it today, but that's okay. That's fine. Well, good. We have Icy. We have Kai.
Hey.
We have Locust.
Yo.
Loco.
Greetings.
We have Wolf.
Howdy.
We have Medic.
Hey, wait, why did Kai say howdy when you said wolf?
And we said, what? Nani? We have
Nice.
V the Fluff. The fluffy, heavy arms, Bert.
Gotta have all the Bert. In fact, I'm just gonna change my name to Bert.
All
the
Berts.
All the Bert.
All the Berts.
What about the Ernies?
Now we have the colony drop, which is fantastic. Always down for a colony drop.
I am an AI. Screw all you humans.
I'm not human. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, so for
negative. I am a meat popsicle.
For today's
You are
episode,
organic, therefore that counts.
we have two people are going to briefly talk about the cons that they went to. Then we have a good idea, bad idea segment.
Y'all gonna love it.
And we'll talk about some new releases. Then we're gonna talk maybe briefly about the Requiem for Vengeance mobile suit that's coming out.
That name.
Then we'll play that game. What's that Gundam? I was surprised at how bad that you guys did last time. But
Me too. We were talking all that good shit.
Shocked by most.
I remember hearing,
I
this
made a quick
is easy, and then we look at the leaderboard, and it's not good.
You know what happened?
At least
People
I guessed
overthought
right.
it.
No.
People just overthought it. That's all it was.
People didn't. People
It's
haven't
either
stared at the
overthought it
Buster
or
Rifle
under
for too
thing.
long.
Hopefully,
I knew the second I put it in that it was actually the Wing Zero, but then I couldn't rethink it then.
Hopefully, you'll do better this time. Then we'll have our community builds, and we have a large number of them. Unfortunately, I had to cut some of them. We do have many. Keep sending them. Eventually, we'll have enough where we could probably just do a full episode on community kits. Right now, we do have some backlog, but not enough to really do a full episode. So please keep sending them. We love to share them. And then we'll do a brief kind of G-Witch final thoughts after it's been cooking for about a week or so, and Twitter's going crazy about it still. And we'll do a quick what I was hoping to do was a quick rating of the mobile suits from G-Witch. Be like a quick mecha shootout. And then finally, we'll do the cool wall. So it's we got a lot of stuff to do today. Lots of stuff. Good stuff.
I'm perfectly good with mecha units, but you don't want my final G-Witch.
Well, we're gonna start here with Locust. Let's put the first image. Here we go. Locust, take it away. Tell us.
All right, that's me and my girlfriend. We were at the Komi, which is the biggest anime convention in Germany that happens once every year. I would tell you when it regularly happens, month-wise, but it's been all over the place since COVID, so I can't tell you that. I'm in the background, Scorpius in the foreground. We're wearing Anastasia cosplays, just random students.
Very nice.
I forgot that was the name of the school.
You survived the attack on the school.
Yeah, we survived the attack and went to this place. Getting there was really easy. It wasn't overfilled. The lines weren't long or atrocious like you've heard from other conventions.
Yeah.
They even had 2 entrances.
Okay.
which was really nice. And I'll just explain a little. Go to the next picture. I'll just keep kind of explaining things about the convention.
I also have your 2 videos that I'll
Yeah. We found the German Gunpla community.
Okay.
They had a bunch of stuff on display, and I will say that we found more Gunpla and more Gundam related things than I expected.
Okay.
However, we found no art. The only things we found was the builders and the Gunpla in like the market hall section where like actual stores go
Yeah.
to sell things. But like the artist alley where you go and get your art from your favorite artists, nothing. No Sulumio,
Really?
no Sulumio art, nothing. Like we checked every single stall, they had nothing. It was all Genshin, and whatever is currently trending, Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man. No Gunpla.
I mean, those are pretty popular, but that is surprising. Usually when I go to a convention, I can at least find, like some normal kind of stuff, like the original or like the new Gundam in like some art. But yeah.
Yeah. It was
This new
interesting.
Gundam is just for show.
There was like a competition going on, which is all the builds you'll be seeing in the next few pictures. This was the winner. This picture doesn't really sell it, but they built a whole hangar and everything, as you can like see from the 2 purple lights, everything lit up. There were lights. There was a runway.
Oh,
wow.
It was great.
Oh,
They obviously
wow.
won. They obviously won the competition. Like it was a whole thing. We cropped the picture a little bit, but the runway is lit up. Like you can see the little slides that
yeah.
would catapult.
Yeah.
Like that was lit up. The lights were lit up. I think there were lights in the eyes of the Hainu. I don't remember correctly, but it was wild.
I like
go to the
I
next
I
one.
honestly I
Dioramas
like this
are
one
very
better.
popular.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
obviously they definitely did some coloring there, and I will say that it definitely looks like it's about ready to destroy the Nightingale and finally finish off Xeon.
Yeah.
It's reminding me to build my own. Yeah.
I wish I had my own.
Here's 2 of the other custom builds with the focus on on Chuchu's Demi Trainer, and like very
I
weathered.
like that one a lot better than the high new.
I will say that I don't think the Demetrator really fits on like a planet like this because it's mostly made for space because
Yeah, it's definitely not like a
I just
ground.
like the fact there's a nice diorama.
Yeah,
it is very nice, obviously.
Really good.
It's
The dioramas were really nice.
beautiful.
They're all
That looks like an armored
They
car
always
behind
make
it.
crazy, amazing dioramas with weathering and whatnot.
Talking about like general con stuff, it was really nice. The toilets were clean, very important. And we only saw 6 other Gundam cosplayers, and there were 3 couples of Sulumio.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I do have
And
to
here we have.
ask a question though.
Go ahead.
And I think this is probably everyone's dying to know is, were people wearing deodorant?
I want to say
He's
yes.
basically asking if people were clean at the con, or did
I
you have
want
a
to-
lot of neckbeards?
Okay, most people at the convention were
Yeah.
clean, or at least didn't smell bad. We had one encounter in the market hall
Yeah.
in like a very cramped anime figure booth
Yeah.
with an individual that was very
Oh.
very large, that was taking up the entire space to walk through the booth, so we were stuck behind
Jeez.
them, and they did not smell good.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh god, no! He met Gigabeard.
We met Gigabeard. Give me one
I
second.
was I was going to ask why you were being so specific on the restrooms, but now I see why.
What do we have here? What do we have here?
We have. I think this is one of the strike freedoms. Multiple of them.
Yeah, yeah.
And this one, I actually don't know the names because I didn't watch Seed, but they have those special effects parts and everything, and the see-through.
Yeah.
We had the see-through Barbatos as well.
Oh yeah, that is the
Mhm.
clear color. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to tell
That's
the way
nice,
the
very
light is
curly.
reflecting on it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Go to the next.
I was like, why is Barbie just kind of
Yeah.
Here's the Sulamio shrine that was kind of there.
Yeah.
With the full mechanics Ariel. That was a conversation because I was like, I really want one, and there was not. Like,
What do you mean there was none?
Like there was this one, but I'll be talking about that when you're showing off the video with a massive
Oh, yeah,
wall
yeah.
of Gunpla.
Yeah.
I'll be talking about that in a little bit, but the people there were just really nice. We actually found this place because of a German Gunpla YouTuber we
Ooh.
met at a different stand who we started talking to about like kits and prices and everything. He was like, "Oh, there's a whole community over there. You should go over there. I'm on their Discord now, and it's really nice." And he was really nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I like that Dom pose at the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Wonder if
fucking
Ariel thinks
flexing.
they're a
Look at
Jedi.
my-
Yeah,
And
he's
here's
flexing
a
on
Neo
those
Zeong.
G witches. What the
Here's a
fuck is
Neo
that?
Zeong.
It's Neo's young too, but who the hell is in the news?
That's what I'm
Uh,
wondering.
That's actually a German late night TV mascot called Bernd das Brot.
Okay.
Bernd the bread.
You
I don't know
crazy-
why he's
It
there.
literally looks
Bad
like a
the
fucking
bread?
meteor.
Yeah, he's called Bernd the bread.
Oh
I don't
my
know why he's there
God.
instead of the Shinjanu. I didn't ask.
You
It's
crazy
hilarious. I love
Germans.
it.
Yeah,
I
no,
have an
that's why
important
it's there. It's fucking funny. Like, remember when the SD Neo Zeon came out and there was this whole meme going around of putting random shit inside?
Yeah.
This just
Yeah.
reminds me, there was
Yeah.
actually an OVA where that happened, where basically they were trying to show off like model kits, and one of the like it was a Mecha Girl versus like the ball Gundam, and he's like, use the actual suit that you got, and she went, okay, and it's the fucking Neo Zeon 2.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Well, in fairness, that wasn't showing off Gunpla so much as they had them vote on what they wanted. It was the Build Divers Battle Log, which isn't available anymore.
Aw.
Which is strange.
Yeah.
Can you send me a
I
link
could
to
find
that
the
late
links.
night like TV show like afterwards, like the name? Because
Yeah, I'll send you.
So-
I'll send you some material.
yeah.
Is that like a bread creature? I'm like, what? I'm just wondering what I'm looking at.
It looks too. It looks
like
like
it jumped out of
hilarious.
TF2.
It looks so funny. Okay. Let's go to the first video clip.
Yeah, this video clip is kind of showing off the bear guy and the Haro collection of the community.
Mhm.
Now that I've been kind of part of it, I know it's like one specific person who owns all the bear guys. Like they have a shelf. with
Really?
They
the
just have a
box.
bunch.
Guy.
So
They
wait,
have
there's just
every
a bunch
single
of.
bear guy.
They have just a bunch of bear guys.
No, they have a lot of stuff, but like one of the things they have is they bought every single bear guy that's out.
All right.
What
Let
the
me
That's
fuck?
what's on the
let
display.
me
Wow. Does
let
that
me
include
show
the petite guys?
the second clip here, and you can talk a bit more.
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, that's a lot of stacks.
I'll play it one more time as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, a G.
I will take every single one of those Mazinger units. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Love Mazin.
Yeah. So what did you want to say about this, Lucas?
So about this, I want to say that while there was a great collection of Gunpla, it was really there was like 4 other stands that also had Gunpla, not to the scale, but they had a bunch of kits. There were 2 things that stood out to me. One was that there was a lot of relatively rare things. Like I found the normal man roadie at the stand, and there were a bunch of P Bandai kits at other stands. However, everything was very uppriced. Some of the master grades were fine.
Yeah.
Most of the high grades were 10 to 20 bucks above the normal price. And I actually got the man roadie for 20 bucks, which was okay. But like all the Witch from Mercury kits were 35 euros and up.
Euros?
Another
Oh my
stand,
god. That's
another stand,
crazy.
another stand had a high grade GOG for 20 ZGOG for 25 when it's normally 10.
Yeah, they're upping the price either because
Wait,
they
but that's
literally
euros,
are.
right?
Yeah, that's euros.
Oh my
They're
god.
either-
that's so
They're either
expensive.
upping the price because they're selling a lot, or because they're literally having to import these.
That is so.
Quite
But that's
hard.
in
It-
euros.
Probably a little
That's
both.
so
Common.
expensive.
Either
That
way,
and-
it could actually be both.
Also, they
it's
could be
very
upping the
common in
price just
some-
because it's a convention. You're more inclined to spend money here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's also
True.
because there's not a lot of Gundam shops in
it's
Germany.
the- It's the renting of the space at the con, the transport costs of getting these kits, whether the setup costs, the staff on the day. half of it is explained by that. The other half is it's a slight price up because it's a con. But yeah, you do have to be careful at cons of what kits you're buying, because you pull out your phone, you'll find that some of these are really priced up, but some are
Yep.
good prices. It is
And
common at cons though. Go on, carry on,
and
Logan.
the last thing about that wall I want to say is the Master Grade Exio is only 209 euros, which is $100 less than usual. And by the evening when we left, they were all gone.
Yeah.
They were all gone. All the Master
Everyone
Grade Exios were gone.
Everyone loves the Exia. I love the Exia. I will
Jay
say.
about the guy inside.
I will. I mean,
Yeah.
Setsuda's okay. I won't say that he's too bad. He's not like Camille bad, but
And
Yeah,
these
he makes really
these
dumb
here
decisions.
are the kits that you ended up getting from the con.
Yeah, this is the kits we ended up getting. I got the Man Roadie because obviously it's impossible to find. We got Scorpio. I got the Base Jabber and the Zaku Mariner,
Mhm.
and then I got the Gelgug Jäger because there wasn't like all the things I would have wanted that were there were all like I could get this at a different place if I waited, or just could outright buy it for
Yep.
half the price. And the Gelgug Jäger was $20. So I was like, you know what, this looks nice. I'm grabbing this.
I mean, you basically did when I first got to my first con. But you're definitely making better spending decisions than I did at my first con.
Did you
And
end up getting
I'm
anything else besides these?
we actually didn't end up getting anything else because I wanted to buy Sulumio art or just Gundam art in general, but there was none.
Nothing.
So I saved all my money basically.
So you said
Nice.
this is like the biggest con that Germany has during the year for like anime and stuff.
The biggest anime con. There's
Oh.
a few smaller ones, and obviously if you're looking at all of Europe, the Komi is like in the top 10 of the biggest anime conventions.
I will say, I was surprised with that price up because when I went to a con, they were like most of the model kits were like $20 at most.
Since like, is there a con that you could? Because like Germany, like you're close to like a lot of other European countries that are not too far away, right? So, is there another con that's in another country that's close by that you'd want to go to, like next year or something like that?
I mean, I know that I'm definitely going back to the Komi next year.
Yeah.
Probably with maybe with a proper Gundam kit, not just a uniform, like
Okay.
a proper like whole Gundam,
Oh, that'd be
like whole
amazing.
mobile suit. However, I know there's an anime convention in Belgium in 3 months that I
Okay.
could go to.
Yeah.
There's multiple like war game conventions in Germany
Okay.
that I'd be interested in because, of course, my job is making things for war games, so
Yes.
I'd like to go there.
Yeah.
War games.
Like BattleTech,
Ah,
and but in general, most of the really big most of the big conventions are around this time of year, and they're in Belgium, in France, and in Germany, and that's kind of it.
Oh, okay.
There isn't that many it's not like in America where there's a big convention every 2 to 3 months
Yeah.
somewhere in the country.
Yeah. Yeah.
mm.
Plus, if you go France, you're going to go Bandai France at the end of the day, aren't you? Not just the con. You're going to want to head into the
Yeah.
store and get the best prices. But that's just my knowledge of Bandai being in France.
Overall, you enjoyed your experience.
As every time, it was amazing. And admittedly, I'm gonna throw some slight shade at my
Uh-oh.
my IRL friends that first showed me the Komi.
Yeah.
It was a lot more relaxing and fun with Scorpia than with the people I usually go to, because usually we're 4 people and it's kind of messy
Yeah.
and everybody wants to go everywhere,
Yeah.
and then some people want to leave after 2 hours, other people don't want to leave at all, but we're all going home to the same place, so all the people who are
Yeah.
already done and don't want to stay have to stay anyway for another 3 hours because one person wants to stay longer.
How long did you guys end up staying for?
We started our day at 6 to get the train at 7, and then we stayed from I think 10 till till 6. We were home by 9.
That's a long day.
So we basically spent over 12 hours traveling at the Komi and on the way back.
Well, it's like a mini vacation for people like us, though, isn't it? You want to make a day of it as much as you can. So I commend you for
Mhm.
spending a good day out, Locust.
Yeah, it was a lot of.
Were there any voice actors or anything like that, or like guest appearances by anybody? Or
I didn't really pay attention to that, especially because we were there on Friday.
oh,
The
okay,
kind of the big day is Saturday, and then Sunday is kind of just people hanging out. And so we didn't really pay that much attention to whether or not there were most of the events that were going on that way. They were mediocre,
yeah,
like workshops and stuff. No,
yeah.
the Komi, because it's in Germany, there isn't really that many very well-known voice actors or
Mhm.
people who go there, except like German YouTubers who are really popular.
Okay.
So that wasn't the case.
Oh,
Did
okay.
Bandai not even set up their workshop there for you, or were
No,
they not present?
there was no Bandai workshop.
Oh,
Wow,
The
that's a
big
shame because
bastards,
when
honestly.
they're in London, you get little Bandai workshop where you pay about £20, but you walk away with stuff like they give you an entry grade RX 78-2, and you sit there and build it, and you can get you basically get a little bento box kind of thing of Gunpla stuff, stickers, and
yeah.
niceties. I'm surprised they didn't set up in Germany because they've been going on about a big foot in Germany like they did in France. So maybe next year, maybe next year.
Maybe next year will be bigger.
Yeah, and I honestly hope that we get premium Bandai access for all of Europe soon.
That would be nice.
That would be great.
That
You know,
would be
I'm
nice.
still
You get
waiting
'em from France
for
being in
premium
Germany.
Bandai access to happen in Canada, but no. So,
No, just America.
Canada? No, not Canada.
anyways, Locust, thank you so much for sharing your experience and your pictures. Sounded like you had a great time.
I'm just glad
Oh,
you
I
had a
had
really
it
good
was
day out,
amazing.
Locust. Good on you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
and
on
I've
you.
like
I'm
I've
glad
been
you had fun.
connecting. I've been connecting with the Gundam community here. Everybody's
Mhm.
looking for full mechanics RALs, and they're impossible to get.
Gunpla.co.uk.
Well, the main problem is
in
obviously
Germany.
Bandai mostly cares about Japan, and it will always mostly care about Japan.
All right,
Fuckers.
Definitely.
Medic, tell us about your con.
Okay, so first off, this Optimus costume was a good 8 feet tall. This was not me. This was just a guy walking around and I felt the need to lead with this.
Okay.
It's very nice looking.
What was the con called and where was it?
Denver Fan Expo. It used to be called Denver Comic Con,
Yep.
but they stopped paying the licensing.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. So
But
this guy
yeah,
was
no,
8 feet
like
tall?
yeah, no, it's a massive fucking costume. I think it's made out of like foam or something.
reminds me of a Master Chief I met.
Yeah, it's
at
usually
Mobility Con some years ago.
cardboard foam, maybe a bit of wood.
Carbon
Like
fiber.
had
the
a
Space Marine cosplay.
he had some sort of trigger on the inside to open the Matrix
extended.
compartment.
Oh, that's wicked.
That is
I asked him for
crazy.
a photo, and then he just pops open his chest.
That's insane.
The matrix of leadership right
You
there.
should have got a video of that. Come on.
I wasn't expecting it.
Then you tell him to close it and say, "You do it again, Muppet."
And you can't see it from here, but Peter Cullen signed the side of the helmet.
Oh my god, that's
Oh,
amazing.
That's
Oh.
cool.
I'm just wondering how he waited in line. I saw Peter's line. It was packed from the moment I walked in to the moment I walked out.
I mean, of
This is
course it
surprising.
is. It's Peter fucking Cullen, but
And
damn.
there was not a single guest who had half as many people. And that
Yeah.
wasn't even the full line. They were handing out
Because
tickets
that's
and
Optimus.
I mean,
said,
you're
come back in 2 hours.
It's literally a line to meet Optimus Prime in person.
You know
It's
what's
basically his.
You know what's nuts? There's a con happening next month, and Peter Cullen's gonna be there, and his autograph is like $90 to get it, and
It was 60 here.
the autograph, well, it's Canadian, right? So conversion, but
Canadian money.
Hayden Christensen's always is gonna be there as well. To get his autograph, it's like $230 for
No
just
wonder
an
nobody was in-
autograph. And I'm like,
No wonder
"Fuck,
nobody
man."
was in Hayden's line.
He was there
He was
too.
also at the con. Yeah.
Yeah,
Poor Hayden.
the price is like I had an art piece that was done for me back in university that one of my friends drew. for my birthday, and it's like really really lovely. And I wanted it's a picture of drawn of Darth Vader, and I cherish it, and I really wanted to get that autographed. But then I saw the prices, and I'm like, oh my god, there's no way I'm gonna pay $230.
Yeah, that's like
It's nuts.
that's like 5 art pieces right there. Dear God.
So
Like,
you know how much
dude, you're
Gunpla that I could buy
really-
a perfect grade for that, you know? Like
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, dude, I understand you were in Star Wars. However, you were one of the more divisive actors in Star Wars.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Meta, going back to you.
I don't know how much of
what
that
are we,
is
what are we
Disney.
what are we looking at here?
A bunch of bootleg DVDs.
How is this legal?
Uh,
How could they sell it at the con?
Oh, this reminds me of when I bought my first G generation like SD Gundam game for my PS Vita because you couldn't get the English version in the US.
but yeah, no, there's like there's so much here, like a bunch of stuff that you just can't get easily or just can't get at all.
Yeah.
Like what appears to be the English dub of Mazinger. Like you can see Megas, there's Battle of Planets, a lot of dubbed anime. Inside there was subbed versions of the Unicron trilogy
Yeah. Wow.
and
Yeah.
Car Robots.
Interesting.
So yeah, no, so I picked up a few of those.
Right.
I didn't take as many pictures as I would have liked. There
Yeah.
also wasn't much. There was like one stand selling Gunpla, and then one next to it that had like 3 kits on the side of it. One of which was a battered Wing Zero. Well, one of which was a really battered original Wing Zero.
Okay. Is this con like the biggest one in Denver or
Maybe not.
Huh.
There were a lot of people, and again, they had really big names there. Like they had Christopher Lloyd. They had the dub cast of Spy X Family.
Yeah, wow.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
Which
I think all those people are the same ones that are coming here next month.
Cool. If you see David K, tell him I said hi.
He unfortunately won't be there.
Oh. Oh.
That's why I asked for. Anyways,
Well, good news. As soon as I figure out how to send it to you, I'll send it to you.
yeah. So what's going on with this picture here?
I just saw some guys in Stormtrooper helmets walking around with those big blocky Lego blasters, and I asked for a photo.
I love them.
This
Yeah, and then I
literally makes me
only
think
realized
about
after the fact that they're supposed to be like
Stormtrooper
fucking beach
Temple.
troopers from the Lego games.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Funny.
Oh yeah,
Did you see any other
The lady in the
any
background.
other interesting or unique cosplayers?
I saw Sayla, but I was standing in line to meet Mr. Cullen at the time, so I wasn't able to snap a photo.
And
That makes sense.
how was that experience meeting Colin
Yeah.
there?
Really good. I thank the man for his hard work over the past 4 decades.
Yep.
And asked him to sign my copy of Transformers the movie because that was the first time I ever heard his voice.
And then we have a picture of the
Yep, and I also met David K, advertised as the voice of Clank.
Oh yeah, the
Oh.
voice of Clank.
I forgot he did.
Yeah, no, that's definitely his most iconic role. Not like Raccoon, or Trade,
Yeah.
fuck all.
Megatron, or
Yeah.
Battle Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason he had Prince of Battle Cat. Like, and
I mean,
I-
listen, it's Ratchet and Clank. Of course, it beats all of those.
I didn't realize actually how much voice acting he did. Look at all those characters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
it's
this
Yeah.
is the print I picked up for Aya.
I didn't know he actually did Robin from. Wow,
He did
he,
Superman?
He does.
I just find
he
it
does
funny that
Ben.
all the
He does a
Unicron
shit
trilogy.
ton of Ben 10 characters.
There's a fucking.
He
Damn.
did the Optimus Prime that we're not going to talk about because no one likes that series design.
Wait, he
Fuck,
also
you
did.
talking about?
He
Animated
also did one of
great.
the
like
Its designs are awful.
what do you call it? Those like
tomato. It's fine.
those
Animate's the reason I'm a big Transformers fan nowadays. You take that back.
take it back.
No,
I love
I
that
wanna-
sound wave.
the what's those big ass things behind him like the Eternals? What were they called?
Yeah, the Eternals.
That's
Yeah,
the Celestial from
There you
Marvel's
go.
Eternal.
Yeah, the
He also-
Celestial. God
I still
damn.
haven't
dear God, he
watched
played
that.
so many Ben 10 characters. It's insane.
He is padding the roster a bit. Oh my god, he was Lugnut. Anyway, because all the Unicron trilogy Megatrons are on here fucking twice.
That's
Oh, yep.
amazing. I'm
I mean,
yeah, that's insane.
3 times.
And
I
then
mean, Transformers Armada was the first one I watched, so yeah.
No, I mean, like
pretty
he has
great.
one of each series Megatron, and he has one of each series Galvatron, and they're the same guy.
Oh my god, you got Megas XLR?
Yeah, that was one of the bootlegs.
Yeah, so
God
so
damn
he
it.
grabbed the
It-
bootleg.
I
Well,
also
because-
got all of
Oh,
Zoids.
baby.
But yeah, no, I picked up a gym from that one unstall selling Gunpla, and then I saw that they had a Zagat that had been resting under it, and decided, you know what, sure.
Why not?
I will say, do you guys know the reason why you can't get Megas XLR stuff?
Because Cartoon Network is stupid, and
They never really wanted the show. The only reason it got because it won a contest for what people wanted to watch or
Wasn't
see.
it?
Yeah,
It was
Cartoon
amazing.
And they
though.
also, yes,
it was amazing. The thing is, this is how Cartoon Network has treated every single mecha series it's gotten short of Gundam Wing.
Jesus.
and they made it as a tax write-off, so we can't
Oh.
get it back.
What
And
I
then 5
heard
years
was,
later, it's the same to Symbionic Titan.
Wow.
I heard a
the
rumor
pro-
with Megas. Apparently they got new like upper management, like CEO level stuff, and they looked at their two most popular shows at the time, which were Megas and Justice League. They're like, I don't get it. And then the next thing you know, both
Wait.
are gone.
Wow.
It's
Because that's why I
fucking
remember Justice
stupid.
League got canceled and then had to be brought back later. They both
Yeah, no,
got
like-
kicked
None of you
apparently
guys
around the
actually know
same
what
time.
happened to Megas.
So, I will say this.
It was a rights issue.
Oh
Cartoon
my
Network thought
God.
they had the rights, but the owner of the show, the creator, wanted to retain the rights. And Cartoon Network said, "Well, we've paid you, so we're just going to
Oh.
bury you." So
We're going to bury it. It's a
Yeah.
tax write-off. We legally can't make
It's one
money
of
off
Cartoon
this anymore.
Network's suck our nuts bury
That's
project.
so
Yeah,
sad.
it's
So, Thankfully,
yeah,
you can get the episodes on Apple TV. You can.
Yeah,
It's
you can
apparently
get
streaming on
access to
HBO
it.
Max. So we
You
have that.
can.
The good thing
can.
is,
Well,
if you
I
watch
have
those
both, so I could
episodes, the
probably
money
watch
goes
it
to
at least.
creator.
Yeah.
That's the good thing. Like, if you
Yeah,
watch
the
those
issue is it took
episodes
until,
now,
like-
the money goes to the creator, not Cartoon Network's.
Yeah, I will say this, that the creator had to fight to keep Coop fat because they really wanted to slim him down.
Oh.
Is that why Evil Coop's skinny?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the joke.
That's
He's
actually
like,
kinda
and
funny.
you made me skinny.
But yeah, no, I love Coop's design. He's a kind of he actually a bit ruggedly handsome, and you just don't see characters who are undoubtedly the hero of the story, yet at the same time so utterly selfish.
All right, Medic. Any
Brother,
final final
okay
thoughts?
if you are sexually attracted to Coop. He is a legend.
Any final thoughts
Uh,
before I move on?
Had a real fun time. I'd totally be down for going again. Oh, right, and I got one last thing. I don't know if it'll come through the microphone, but David K also was selling buttons that play quotes.
Oh, cool. Oh, fuck.
Barely
That was
caught
loud. That was fucking loud for me. What are you talking about?
I didn't hear anything.
But yeah, no, it just plays various Megatron quotes like,
Is it-
yes, and where's my rubber ducky?
I forgot the rubber ducky was a fucking thing.
We all love the rubber ducky. If I had one, I'd
Okay,
have him sign it.
All right, guys, it is time for good idea, bad idea. Let's play.
Is he going to stab himself this week? Is it
Time for me to be tortured.
Not this week. It's time for another good
Not this
idea, bad idea.
Next week, who knows?
Good
Maybe
idea. Using water to apply your water slide decals. Ta-da. Bad idea. Using
Nice.
sandpaper to apply your water slide decals.
How did you do this then? Wait, what?
No!
What are you?
Are you kidding me? I'm not. No, you can't make me do this.
Don't do it.
I'm out.
Why,
Please
why,
don't.
why,
Why?
why would you ever?
No,
Why?
No. No.
Yeah, the issue of making these, I
No!
assume, is the fact that you actually have to do the acts.
Can't make me. Fuck you. I'll see you tomorrow. Some I will do. Some I will most definitely not do. This one was like, no.
You can't do it. You can't fucking do it.
So, you can thank Aya for those After Effects and those transitions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Aya, you lovely person.
Yes,
Thank you, Aya.
but it
because
is
I
Kai's
was
beautiful
struggling
video.
all week. Yeah, I was struggling all week to figure out what the hell to do.
Yeah,
And it was just like, okay, water slides. The fuck do I do with water slides? Use sandpaper. And then make the joke of, I am not going to damage one of my favorite kits just to do this. That's not going to happen.
I'll give you credit that you applied a water slide with your finger and didn't use tweezers or a craft knife.
Yeah, that
when
was
it
the other
didn't.
thing I didn't do.
You
Like,
mad
I
bug.
accidentally did rub it off a little bit, but it's fine.
It's all good.
All right.
You said off.
We'll go
I
through.
had this little test and I think. Oh,
yeah.
God.
So moral of the story is don't apply water slides, sandpaper. It's a no. That's a bad idea. Use water for your water slides.
Or Mark Setter and Mark
Yeah.
Softer, which I didn't have at the time, but I need to practice water slides anyway.
I do too. I got a big expensive kit coming with a lot of them, and I don't want to fuck it up.
All right.
I've got a P Bandai and a couple of
Next
kits, so.
thing we're talking about is a couple of new releases that are coming out. This one here is the Bandai Gundam Factory Yokohama 1144 RX78F 00HMT high mobility type with the G3 color. It's coming out July 15th with a 2,500 yen price tag.
I will say I do like a good like changing up the original Gundam design a bit, but I also love the G3 color scheme. So
Oh my god, I love the legs. I want it.
yeah, it's made for high mobility.
Huh.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
those are good legs.
You're
you
not.
can-
it is a entry. I think it's an entry grade, right? Or is it a high grade? I think it's an
The
entry
fuck?
the
grade.
high grade.
It's so
The no
fucking
grade,
greedly.
actually.
I'd say if
There's
that's
no
an
way
entry
this
grade,
is
that's
an
a really
entry
good entry
grade.
grade.
I think
don't
that's a
see.
high
grade.
I don't
That has-
see HG on it though. I don't see HG in the box.
If it's the
It's
same
a
as
no
the
grade.
yeah, because this is like the special promotional one for the factory there. So first off, you're probably only gonna be able to get this from the factory.
Yeah.
Or from
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Factory
So-
or through like
So
some
just like a mascot.
service like
Hub.
Bai.
Yeah. I think it's
There you
like
go.
technically it's in the realm of high grade. I think it's gonna be advanced enough that you could call it a high grade because that's what the other one.
See, this is how it's
original one is.
supposed to really look like out of the box.
Yeah,
It's
I am
kind
noticing
of a
distinct lack of
difference.
panel lines.
It's kind of so.
I've got a
And
friend.
this is
who will
not
literally
panel lined, and
murder
then
to get hold
this
of it.
is panel lined, and that looks like very different.
Yeah.
It
They
seems
also got
to.
rid of the yellow block on the chest.
They got
They
rid of
also
the
remove
vent
the side thrusters on the legs. Like it looks a
Huh.
lot skinnier here.
Yeah, no,
I
because I
like
was just
the
like
side
the legs
thruster
fucking
so
shrink.
much.
What happened to the?
But I
what,
feel like
what
this is
happened to the
even
damn
like this is like painted as
ankle?
well.
Like it's supposed to be high mobility, so obviously if you strip it down, it's going to have a lot less.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, that still looks like about average Gundam proportions. It just looks skinnier because those fucking chonker bell bottoms.
Even the face
It's
looks
a bit of a hard one for me
look-
because my friend recently sent me the Origins 2.0, which is an Ichiban A model. And all I want from this kit is his gun with the twin barrel and the backpack. The rest of the kit, I don't know, I like it, but I'm not going to pay for it.
Wait, what's
I'm
going
gonna be
on with the
honest there.
head? Like, look at this.
I think it's a difference in lighting. Yeah, it's a difference in lighting. Look at the shield too.
Yeah, it's the difference in lighting.
But
Yeah,
the
the
face,
lighting
the head's
changed. You can easily
look
see
at the
it.
head; it's completely different.
Well, yeah, no, it's
It's
just
like-
like
Might
the
just
difference
be
in
an
lighting,
armored layer
maybe a
on
bit
his
of panel
face,
lining
It's also
lets you
because
better
the
see.
The
chest-
Gundam also changes position.
Yeah,
it's
that's
also
obviously
because-
someone's changing the position of it and moving it around with a bunch of lights around it.
It's also because the chest is bigger and kind of concealing more of the head in this
Okay.
picture than in the
Yeah,
other one.
your eyes are drawn to the yellow, like the largest amount of yellow in the first one, and when it's removed, your eyes are immediately drawn to the head and whatnot.
The next release is it's the 20th
tasty.
anniversary of Seed. So this is not a model kit. This is the Metal Robot Damashi Infinite Justice.
So it's a figure.
So it is a
Uh,
figure.
AKA the only good looking Gundam out of Seed.
Wow.
I refuse that.
Come on.
Listen, Seed is complete trash, but the designs,
That's
you
an
cannot knock some of
All
those
the
designs.
designs are good.
The
It's
Infinite
just the
Justice is
characters
not
are
up
not.
there.
I will always find the leg beam sabers fucking absurd.
I kind of like it considering it's a figure.
It looks pretty
I am
sweet.
vibing with it.
You mean the
Um,
beam boomerangs?
It's only, guys, it's only 17,000 yen. That's it.
That's pretty
Oh,
light for a
this
model.
is why I buy
Standard metal
Gunpla.
figure price these days.
Saves on
Oh.
manufacturing costs.
Yeah, it is.
I
It
will
is a
say-
metal build, basically.
I will say it's on the lower side for in terms of a metal build, but still.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a Seed fan and you want something like this, perfect opportunity. And
If
of
Got
you're a
course,
really
Seed
good
fan-
posing ability.
yeah.
If you're a Seed fan, I got one question for you. Why?
And if you wanted a
Ew.
buddy to have the Infinite Justice with, well, look no more. We got the Strike
Ew.
Freedom.
You know, in case you
And,
didn't
yeah.
spend enough money already.
Yeah,
I'm
they
saying
make
it's
so much
building
of these.
Perfect strike freedom.
I will be
So-
honest. I don't really like the Strike Freedom. I like the Strike and I like the Freedom in terms of their design. The model kit for the Freedom can go fuck itself.
What's wrong with
The-
the Strike Freedom? You don't like
I mean,
It's
gold?
it's
too
better than its
much.
original name.
It's too
It was
much.
going to be called. It was
Doing
going to
a
be
bunch
called
of
Exactly,
parts
it's
on
too
Flash.
It has like infinite beams. This should be called the Infinite something because look at this shit. And of course, it has the whatever the fuck the Destiny has also. It just more is more for this fucking thing.
The
How the
price.
fuck do you fire more guns than the heavy arms?
The price of this metal build is also 17,000 yen. So yeah, if you wanted to have them both,
It's very nice looking. I definitely
Spend
love
some money.
the color works they've done with it.
And of course, one of the stupidest things they ever said about the Strike Freedom is it's only its true potential can be released by Kira Yamato, which makes me hate it even more.
Ugh.
our next
hate
our
Kira
next
even more.
new
Now we're
release
talking.
is P Bandai,
Yeah.
of course. It is the
Yes.
1144 Ghost Gundam.
Ghost?
Gundam.
October
I have been waiting
23rd
for this.
release for 6,900 yen.
I will say, I usually don't like purple. This makes it work.
The purple and
not
silver
a bad price,
really look good.
I
It really
imagine
makes-
it's going to be hard as shit to pose without knocking those flames off, but
I'm gonna be honest.
yeah.
I think it looks kind of goofy with all the flames. I like it more without it.
listen, just imagine
It's-
seeing this thing
it's
coming at you,
crossbow-
waving the banner of space full of space pirates. You're going to shit bricks.
It
Yeah.
is Gundam.
Okay, that transformation is ridiculous, though.
It is.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that thing folds that way.
It
to do
is-
the
It does not.
transformation.
It's
It
even.
thinks it's the Phoenix Gundam.
It
See,
thinks
that-
it's a
that
fucking
looks better
Baowu, but
to
forgot
me.
to split into two pieces.
It
I prefer
good
it
point
that way
though.
over the flames.
It is coming out in October, which is perfect timing for Halloween. Yes.
I will also say Crossbone
Yes, it
Gundam is
is.
already silly, but it's still some of the it's one of the gooder sillies in terms of designs.
True.
Except for the new type monkeys, that fucking can go to hell.
True.
I personally just love
I
the point where they
forgot
start
about that,
slapping
too.
junk
we
together.
have also
You know what, Wolf? One of these days, I'm going to march you into Bandai and say to them, "This guy thinks your designs are good as sillies."
the next one
Just to
is
see their
Ooh,
faces.
Calibar.
the P Bandai. This is the
Calibarn.
Tamashi Nation's Robo Damashi.
Oh,
It's the
that.
figure.
The Calburn.
It's the
Yeah.
the anime version of the Caliburn, which is releasing in January of next year for 9,900 yen. It looks pretty cool. But
I pre-ordered my high grade actually.
I did as well. I just don't
looked-
like.
it looked
I
pretty cool,
think
but I
this is
find
still
it's
kind
a
of
bit
prototype
overpriced.
because I don't see the rainbowness of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it
it's
does
good.
look still like it's in prototype stage.
Yeah, it doesn't look.
I don't think it's
fully-
100% done.
It's a bit hard to tell with the Caliban.
Like like the V fin is black, unless there's some sort of.
It doesn't
gimmick
even have the
maybe.
plastic parts
Okay.
on the chest.
But
Like, look at
the
that.
Calibarn at rest, the V fin I believe was black.
It's black, yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like this thing is gonna have the same
might
problem.
do.
I feel like this thing, like it's going to have the same problem some IBO kits because of the narrow waist.
Oh, this isn't a kit.
This is the.
Oh, it's
figure.
not?
This is a full
Oh,
fledged
I didn't
figure.
hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's,
so
it's
it might not.
Tamashi Nations.
Yeah, the kit is right here, and I think that looks a lot better.
It looks
But
better.
what you were saying? Yes, the waist is an itty bitty waist.
Like I'm fine with Gundams that have that. The problem is their model kits usually have a hard time keeping from coming apart
Yeah.
because the only thing holding them together is that ball joint.
As long as they don't heavily rely on polycaps. Looking at you, Barbatoros.
I mean,
That's
It's
not
been
even
The
nice.
that
Witch
high.
From
Is it really
Mercury
that
line
bad?
basically had no polycaps so far.
I've
so I
yet
don't
to
think
see
it's a
one.
problem.
Yeah.
but
yeah,
that
the
waist
Caliban
is
just
so
looks-
small.
the Caliban just looks fantastic.
Yeah, the
That's all I can
Caliban
say.
The issue
is
is
releasing on the 15th of this month and for July, and it's going to be sold for 2,200 yen.
I am
No,
looking
not bad.
forward to this.
Not bad.
so I can totally. Ever since it was revealed in the show, I was wondering, okay, when are they going to reveal the model kit? We all know this is going to be new product B. Yeah, now I understand why they held back on it.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna keep waiting for the
definitely-
MGs.
I definitely approve of the whole thing that they held back on it. Revealing it
Yeah.
beforehand would have totally spoiled the show.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
So
yeah.
good.
honestly, I feel like they did pretty well with the
Reference
Schwarzette too. Like we knew about the Schwarzette, but we didn't know about the Schwarzette. We were speculating about the
exactly.
Schwarzette.
I will say this manga, when I looked at the Gundam for it, I'm like, this
Oh, this thing.
Why
is
is the
like
head so big?
So this is
like,
this
hmm.
is the new 6-episode series that's going to be coming out. It's all rendered in Unreal Engine 5, and it's going to be focused on the European front during the 1-year war, and it is called Gundam Requiem for Vengeance. And yeah, it's yeah.
I
That's
really
the
didn't like
name.
the. I really don't like the look of the Gundam that the way they made it. It looks like a stripped down like Easy 8 to me.
Yeah.
Okay, that does look
It
a
looks
lot
sort of
better
like
than
the Easy
silhouette.
8 meets the
The shoulders look way too.
which one was it? Like one of the full armor types.
Yeah, it
I
looks
think
like
it's
someone
going a
just
bit
stripped down
harder than
parts.
the samurai helmet look.
Yeah, it's going a little bit too hard. Like I love the helmet of the Easy 8, but you got to remove the V fin a bit.
It's,
And
like-
I don't like that shield. It looks way too stripped down
Why
along
does
with
it
the
have
gun.
I
holes in
feel
it?
like that
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 shield.
shield
tactical
is,
shield.
is more of a weapon. It almost looks like it. You can use it to like bash and
You know what they
Yeah,
did
I
by
think
there?
it's meant to be like
the
a
Easy
tower
8.
shield.
yeah, I think
But
so.
here's the thing: you would never make the holes that big if you're gonna put a
Yeah,
gun through it.
But like, Bandai
No, I
really
think
likes
like the
doing this.
idea is it fucking extends like spring loaded. It folds up normally.
Also, I can't tell what's on its back, which is confusing. I can't tell if that's
One of them's a chain
guns.
gun.
Yeah, so the
Yeah,
It's a
that's
chain
fine.
gun on
Chain
the.
gun,
It's a
beam
chain gun on
sabers.
one side. And I think those are missiles on the other
No,
side.
It's either
No,
mi-
it's
beam sabers.
it's
That's why I
actually
was
3
wondering.
beam sabers on the
Yeah.
back.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Interesting.
Probably like mega beam sabers or something.
I
So-
think
still-
this. I
the
think
color-
this whole project is really interesting.
Yeah.
This just makes me think of MS Igloo. I will
I
be
need to
honest.
see like more.
Ooh, are
because-
we
I
gonna
like
see more
Igloo.
Xeon explosions for no reason?
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
judge it
But-
until I see the episodes, but
I will say,
Yeah,
why
I'll
is
give it
the
that
head so
much.
tiny?
because like Bandai really likes doing this. They like showing their Gundams in like the most awkward standing positions because they
Yeah,
don't want to show it in action.
Yeah,
until
and
the
then you
actual
and then
fight.
you get and then you compare it to like the new Zaku variation, which actually looks really, really good.
But its
Yeah,
head
it-
is tiny.
what's
Weird.
wrong with
I
the head looks off for me.
It's
It's
so
got massive
tiny.
ass
It does.
Too
shoulders.
small.
yeah. I will say this looks
The
like a
eyes are
weird like
small.
Zaku Kai. Like they took parts from other Zaku's. I mean that's normal for
I see
Xeon, but-
Zaku 1, Zaku Kai, and a little bit of
This is what happens
I
when you
can't-
put a high grade
And
Zaku
and like
head on a
the
master grade
08th
Zaku
MS
body.
team
Yeah.
variation
Oh,
of the
you're
Zaku
right.
2.
You're actually
Yeah.
right about that.
Yeah.
It also looks like it has the commander antenna, but I can't really tell because it's at
No,
certain
it's on the
That's
back.
not a commander's antenna. That's an antenna on the back of the head.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I
also
couldn't
that
tell
shield
because
looks like they just stole a dumpster.
Oh my
That is
God.
true. I will
So
say I couldn't
stolen
tell that because of the way its fucking head is turned.
I'm sensing a lot of dislike here.
It's
So-
just the
I
designs
I like
are.
it. I thought it's
Proportions
I
are
think
all
it's
over
pretty
the
cool.
place.
You know,
I think
One
it's like,
thing-
I'm
The
kinda
Gundam
like-
would have to grow on me a little bit though.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
Gundam's design is.
Honestly,
Yeah,
my
no.
biggest
Just
worry.
because it's got a nice Origins feel to it, and I don't know. I'm gonna wait till it's actually out. I'm not gonna judge it.
Yeah, I
based
want to
on a few
see
stills.
more of the mechs in motion.
Yeah,
before
I
I-
wanna see the motion.
before I
Maybe
really
these
pass
are
judgment on
just
this.
prototype shots.
That's-
We don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
they'll flesh them out. a
So
bit
so
more.
I just want to say
like it.
before we move on to the next segment, before I just want to
Actually,
say I'm not too
else for them.
impressed, and I'm
So-
not too impressed.
I have
I'm
one
actually
thing to
going
say.
Okay, go ahead. You first.
So the fact that it's made in Unreal Engine is what has me spooked because attempts have been made to do that before, and it's almost always a cost-cutting measure by the company. And it rarely looks good to make a full show in Unreal.
We'll see.
Yeah, MSS Igloo.
The
the problem-
Mandalorian would like a word with you.
I will say the MSS Igloo stuff really hasn't aged that well. Whenever you use 3D, sometimes it, especially early 3D stuff, it really doesn't age well. But I will give
Yeah,
it a
no.
chance.
I
So-
like
Ages
Igloo's
within 2
plot.
years.
It does look
we're
pretty
gonna
ugly.
find out when it comes out. We'll
Yeah,
So-
we'll see how well it does.
So as somebody who knows people who make film with Unreal Engine 5,
Yep.
It looks fine. I definitely feel like there's a little bit of over greebling going on the mobile suits, which is generally like not a thing in animation. You have your details down, and that's it.
Yep.
Where here they were like, where can we slap another panel line or another
Yeah.
little box?
Yeah.
But that's very common as well with like mecha that's made in the West, which this looks very much like something that's being made in the West,
Yep.
if I understood correctly.
Yes.
And I'm mainly curious what the production budget as a whole is and how it's going to look when it's out, because there's some amazing things that single people with no money have made in Unreal Engine 5, and then there's things where entire production budgets were spent and it looked like shit. So
That comes to creative. What's the word? Individual creativity in the company.
Yeah.
Gee, savior, blame Canada. Sorry,
Wow.
got something in my throat.
Anyways, let's move on to our next segment here, which I'm excited for. This segment is called "What's That Gundam?" For everybody viewing at home who hasn't seen this segment yet, basically is we show a silhouette of a Gundam, and our podcast crew has to DM me a private message within the allotted time of the colony dropping, and they can wager anywhere from from 100 points to 500 points, and their answer. So we'll do that now. Anybody have any questions before we start? Or are we all good?
No.
Okay.
Good.
Yes.
Have some fun.
Why are hot dogs sold in packs of 6,
Okay,
but hot dog
we're-
buns sold in packs of 8?
We're gonna ignore. We're gonna ignore that. All right. Let's start. Let's start with this one.
All right. Oh wow, really?
Really? Okay, I can't wait to see how people get it wrong, but
Which name do we go with though?
All right. Let us see the answers here. Let's just don't want to show everyone's DM. So
I just gamble for the giggle.
I
of it.
did.
My
I
brain is
chose
like,
both names for it.
we'll just
I
put,
just
we'll
use
Only one
both.
name.
I
You lose
chose the
points.
Japanese name for it.
just put this
I
up.
I
for
can
now.
use-
the name of it.
mere fact that we're talking
Oh,
about
hey,
different
Zoids.
names gets the-
Yeah, we'll show that off in a bit.
Hey,
But actually, what am I
Nice
doing?
made site though.
Let me show
Make a
actually the
podcast.
leader.
Forgot what was that
leaderboard.
one called? The Genosaur?
No,
I
the
have
gun.
not
The
watched
Genosaur is
Zoids,
way
and I'm
bigger.
No, that's a gun sniper.
I don't even
Thank you,
remember.
Gunsniper.
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
even remember any of the names in Zoids except for Liger Zero.
I love Zoids.
Everyone loves Liger Zero. Liger Zero got a Chogokin.
So this is our current leaderboard right now. It's not looking too great for some people, looking better for others. So all the answers
I'll
are
probably
in.
crash and burn today.
We're gonna start with Icy's answer here, and Icy wagered 500 points,
Oh no.
and Icy said Blazing Gundam.
Wait,
Oh.
what?
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 Blazing
Huh?
Gundam.
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
What the fuck is that supposed
Now,
to be?
I just want to actually just show everyone. I might as well just show everyone the correct answer.
Yeah.
So this is
I'm
the.
I'm 99% sure what I saw there.
This is.
I
the
know
correct
what it
answer.
is.
God,
I
Gundam.
know. I am
Thank
the
you.
gun.
I was right.
Gundam.
It was the God Gundam.
Yes, it's the God slash
I
Blazing Gundam.
see. Unfortunately, you are incorrect.
You were thinking of Blazing Finger, perhaps?
The
Unfortunately,
Blazing Gundam's the one from the fucking catalog.
Yeah.
That was from Breaker Battlelog.
Yeah.
yes.
How did we
I
get
haven't
two of
even
those in a
watched the
row?
show when I knew this was God Gundam. God damn you!
I think
Bandai.
Icy's thinking like I might try and trick people.
But
I
the
mean,
Blazing
You're gonna
Gundam
do
doesn't
it
have that
eventually.
kind
has
of
a very
backpack.
recognizable silhouette.
you're
Yeah,
gonna do
look
it
at those
eventually.
back
I will
wings.
do it
It's gonna be like
eventually.
the whole,
Got some
it's
better
gonna
wings
be a
than
whole
Wing.
Jigglypuff scene from
It's
above
it was
thing.
the same thing as before. The dead giveaway was the wing.
Okay.
I mean, the Blazing
Yeah.
Gundam is a mix of
Okay.
the
So
Shining
our
and the
next,
Burn.
so I see, unfortunately, as incorrect. Medic wagered 500 points and correctly answered the God Gundam.
Haha.
Wolf
And the burning.
wagered 500 points and gave me 2 answers. God
I give you
Gundam,
both.
Burning Gundam.
It's both.
I'm gonna
I mean,
go.
it's both.
I mean, I'm gonna go with the first one. It's God
Nullified
Gundam, so we'll
points
go with God Gundam. It's essentially the same thing.
It is the same thing. I was going to look for a slash, but I couldn't find it in that quick second, so I just put them both down.
Kai said the God Gundam for 500 points. That is correct.
I think that's what we all did.
Fluffy V said the Samurai Gundam for I don't know what you're saying.
Wait,
Sorry,
what?
V.
The walk.
No, I'm
There's
kidding.
no
I'm
samurai.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh,
God
okay.
Gundam for 500 points.
You trying to be silly with me, boy?
I am.
Did you mean the Musha?
Locus sent me a bunch of German bread, and then he sent me.
You asked for it.
And then it's just so funny.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. That was
500 points for God Gundam, and finally, Moku sent me 300 points. I feel like there's some hesitation for not putting the 500, but we got the God Gundam.
Called the long play, people.
A long play. I see.
Remember,
you're trying
marathon, not
you're
a
trying to
sprint.
think above and beyond.
Look, I'm just saying, the one time you do this where you just like put a little editing, shadowing just to mess with us, I'm gonna be the smart one.
Okay, but the Blazing doesn't look anything like the god in silhouette.
It doesn't
It
even have
doesn't
a
have the
backpack
wings.
or a
Close.
wing.
It does.
No,
No,
they're
it does, but it looks like the Hyaku Shiki backpack. It has fucking.
Will-
it
Will-
has
the backpack
has
of
arm
the-
guards on its feet. It has wings on its arm guards.
Relax, guys. Relax. Okay.
It's
Never.
a game.
We will
I
we'll
am
change
mad.
up
What is that?
the scoreboard sooner than later. Let's see here. Ba-dum. Whoops. You don't want to show off the bread.
Why not?
Go.
It's very
Come
good
on, show off
bread.
the bread. Do it. Show off the bread.
I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything yet.
Show off the bread so we can eat.
Give us sandwiches, Aya.
Look, when I heard "Let's get this bread," I didn't mean
Let's
that.
get this bread.
All
I
right.
have been teleporting bread all day.
All right, Medic. What do we have here?
I remember that.
We're doing the community builds. Medic, what the hell is this?
This is a gun sniper I bought off an auction site called Mercury. It's not even an auction site. It's just I'll buy it now.
It's so adorable.
Is that sounds like America?
Yeah. But yeah, no, I bought it from a guy who was selling a bunch of Zoid stuff, a bunch of the Japan only custom parts for like $20 a piece. And one of the auctions was a custom Naomi special gun sniper
Hey, nice.
that also happened to have a wild weasel unit on it. Since so that thing on the back, the big ray dome, the side guns, those aren't normally on it. Normally, it only has the thrusters and that one red key that you use to wind it up. I would have included a video of it walking, but the wild weasel unit is actually too heavy for it to walk with.
Oh,
Wow.
But yeah, no. From what he's told me, the guy just spray painted it.
Yep.
Oh, RX-78 for scale. Side note: I now need some spare RX-78 revive parts.
Why?
The bazooka clip. Oh right, immediately after taking these photos, the bazooka clip snapped.
Ooh.
oh.
Oh no!
So
Hey,
you
hey.
need RX-78 bazooka.
Yeah, no, the thing that goes in the back. I also need the frontal crotch section since that cracked from the moment I built it.
Oh my god.
Yeesh.
And the V-fin's been wiggly, really wiggly on the left side. I think mine just had really bad quality control.
Yeah,
Is that
'cause mine
is that
had
a high
pretty-
grade grandpa or is it a mass grade?
It's the high grade revive. Like,
Sorry,
so
what?
the thing about Zoids is they're 172 scale. So this thing should actually
So wait, sorry, is that a grandpa master grade or a high grade?
High grade.
High grade. Okay.
Yeah, no, Zoids are 172 scale, so the Gundam, so it's twice as big as it should be relative to the Gundam.
Okay.
Okay.
Just interesting facts.
Uh,
Yeah, no, like this was really well painted. Like, I'm impressed the guy managed to get the individual teeth because he was using spray paint.
I just think it's cute as hell.
Oh yeah,
so
no,
it's actually
great.
like a kit though.
Yeah, no, Zoids. They come on sprues. You get like a sprue of those orange caps to put it together.
Yeah.
They're the motors. Those are pre-built, and also in the gun sniper, those thrusters on the back are pre-built.
Yeah.
Like since like you push a button on them and the thrusters spring out. I think it's visible in one of the pictures.
Yeah.
And also you can flip them up to reveal missile racks. But yeah, no, it all comes on a sprue.
Very nice.
Yeah,
very
and
nice.
to answer your question, there are Zoid kits you can.
Yeah,
get
no, like
Yeah.
and things.
And yeah, no, you can get Kotobukiya kits of the old stuff. I think fucking Takara's still manufacturing Zoids Wild, the current series.
All right, Medic, you want to do a selfless plug?
Sure. Well, it's not selfish in the slightest, but hi, I'm Mettikandroid. I stream occasionally. I try to make sure I stream something every Thursday, alternating between between a random mecha game and a Lancer DM needs 2 weeks to make absurdly large maps. Also, part of that Lancer campaign is Aya. So yeah, I stream late at night. I occasionally try to do something on the weekend, though I might have to mix that up since one of my usual co-streamers for the Borderlands campaign has suffered a rather unfortunate loss recently.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah, no, my heart goes out to him. But yeah, so I got a lot of stuff planned. Gonna do a bit of Gihren's Greed this week. I might try and work in a stream of Gundam Wing Endless Duel. Well, if I can find someone who'd be down to be able to play that with me.
That's cool. That's cool.
And I also got a copy of Gundam Breaker 3 to bust out whenever I feel like I want to stream that.
Oh, nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah, no, I played a bit of it to make sure I didn't go too far. I have ground the fuck out of the first 2 missions.
There you go.
Yeah, it's very easy to get sucked in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, like you just run around, beat the crap out of things. I've just started running straight builds to see what happens. And the Zuda is a goddamn beast.
Been wanting to try and make a Zuda. I can never get the parts.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
that's because they always explode.
yeah.
But yeah,
Also, the drop rate on the Zudas and the Z is just terrible for some reason. The Zudas and the Doms, especially.
Thank you, Medic. Thank you, Medic. Our next kit here is by Doug Goins. It is the aerial rebuild with the Force silhouette. I was toying with the mounting the bits. I drilled some holes and used the metal rods for barrels. You can see the tips in some of the pics. Still a work in progress, but I like where it's going so far. I need to finish painting other arm and the leg.
So is it
Cool.
going for like a Trans-Am aerial?
It's just
it's like
nice.
the Force Impulse.
I mistook this for a strike.
Yeah, it has the Force
My
Impulse
brain just
backpack,
shuts
which is
off
real
there for a
nice.
second. I was appreciating
like
the
it.
red though. I like the red.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is great.
It's a
I
very
actually
really pops
really
here.
like the strike pack, scale pack.
It
Yeah, no, the strike
actually
pack
fits
works.
the aerial
Yeah.
rebuild better than its own backpack.
I
Yeah.
kind of do as well, actually.
like yeah, no, and it works because the aerial rebuilds are just that slight bit blockier than the regular aerial, so the strike pack's angularity works better with it.
You can see like the metal rods there on top.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, no, it looks good. I swear we've seen this before, but I guess not.
For a work
I
in
think
progress.
we've seen
I hope
a
it just
red
continues to
painted
work.
aerial before, but I think this is new.
Yeah, you can see some of the purple on the left shoulder there.
But yeah, no, it looks like it's coming together great.
Yeah, keep working on it,
Pretty
dude.
good.
You're doing
Yeah,
really
it
well
looks
so far.
super
Keep
nice.
going.
Send us the final version when you're done with it. I want to see.
Yeah,
Dude,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Also,
Looks
really
real
like
nice.
the gun.
I don't know. I like that pack with the ear. It looks so good. I don't know.
It
Yeah.
does.
I almost like
It
The
it
really
sucker
better.
does.
packs always the that pack especially always looks real good because it actually looks like it's supposed to keep it in the air.
All right.
I like the
Thank
design
you.
of the design
Thank
of
you,
the
Doug.
impulse.
We love the kit. We want to see the final finished product, so send that when you can.
You know, it's
Um,
kind of ironic that the Gundam Arrow couldn't
Show us your
fly.
final form, dog.
Our next kit is by Stan Chung. It is called the Quebly X-Cape kit. It is the master grade Quebly version 1.0 custom design and scribed panel lines on major parts. The designs and printed detail parts, nozzles for the inner wings, vented fins for the side and back and other small parts, LED lights
Very
for the
clean.
nozzle, cones, and eyes, custom colors, paints and designed to give the kit a unique look. Paint was Mr. Colors and Tester's Color. Shifting paint, the kit was painted with clear gloss to protect the paint and decals. The diorama design was to show the Quebly escape from launch tunnel. The custom design and 3D printed the surface panels and the launch tunnel. Then it was painted to give a damage appeal with the funnels shooting coming out from the surface panels. Concept of the launch tunnel is from Infinity Mirror Design, giving it a three-dimensional look and feel. The total time spent for this was 500 hours. We have like a little video we can think.
Kick ass.
Yes,
Also, yeah,
no,
no, I
maybe.
was waiting for a chance to say, brilliant use of mirrors. I've seen it done. Well, I've seen some modelers do that before, and it never fails to impress. What you can do with just a couple mirrors.
I don't know why I wasn't showing the video. That's unfortunate.
But yeah, no, I love
This
how
looks
this thing
amazing.
looks. I love how
Awesome.
pearlescent it looks while still seeming a bit worn.
Yeah, this just looks really, 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 really fucking good.
Like
I'm not even
that
able to
that
see
right
it. I
there is a
respect that much
fucking
work has
Quebly.
been put into this.
Yeah,
Cubelet,
Like,
whatever.
just see it.
Like a cubelet. I call it cubelet because I watch a lot of Kakarot, but
Quibble.
I think I've always read it as cubelet anyway.
I think that's also how the fucking Dynasty Warriors Gundam games will say it.
Yeah, all
That's
the
probably where you picked it up.
English dubs usually pronounce it cubile.
You kind
That's probably
of,
where I
I
picked it
like
up.
how they really use the Infinity Mirror. It looks super.
Oh yeah, no, it looks great. You get a,
So
a
good.
kick-ass launch tunnel without having to actually sacrifice much space.
It's extremely detailed.
It is extremely detailed
I
and
like
well
how
made.
the
idea of-
glossiness is perfect too.
The idea of making the funnels come out of the diorama is great.
Yeah.
My God, look at the headpiece. Wow.
Oh yeah, no, like listen, the Quebly's just top tier design in general.
I normally don't like a whole lot of like Xeon's like early, like late Zeta, early double Zeta designs because they look kind of off. But I do like the cubelet.
It has massive fucking shoulder pads, and its sole purpose is to bring funnels to the fight.
I love the LEDs like for the thrusters on the back there. It looks amazing.
Yeah. Hey, Bandai, can we get a mass-produced Quebly while we're on the topic?
Mass
That'd be
produced.
nice. Will they?
Yeah,
do
no,
it?
like they never gave us a kid
Yeah.
a mass-produced version,
They did not. No.
and you can't like just paint it because the mass-produced version had different weapons.
Yeah, it had different weapons. It had two very skinny beam cannons on the back.
Is
They do
the
not look like they should be able to shoot forward, but
is
somehow they are.
is that
Yeah.
headpiece with like the little fin? That's custom or is that part of
That,
the
That's
that looks
custom.
custom
That's
because I
custom,
don't
yeah.
remember. Yeah,
I'm
It
gonna
is.
look it up real quick.
I don't think the Quibly had that.
Yeah, I don't
No, it
think so
doesn't.
This
I
is
too.
think there are
Hamon's version,
canon
right?
designs that use that, but I don't think that it comes with the actual kit.
It's a very nice addition. I like it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it had at any point in Double Zeta.
That's
Yeah, no, this version of the Quebly does not look like it like that has it standard. Yeah, no, Master Grade doesn't look like it has it. So yeah, no, that's custom. Good work, good shit, man, good shit.
yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't show the video. I really wanted to show it. I don't know, Facebook is kind of stupid that way.
They released like
Oh.
huh.
Stan, this was an incredibly detailed kit. Yeah, 500 plus hours. We can definitely tell it looks amazing. The coloring, the painting, also the
Yeah.
creative use of the infinity mirror is fantastic, and I love how the funnels are coming out kind of like through parts of the hull there, which look fantastic. Thank
Apparently
you
there
so
was
much.
This is
never
really well made.
apparently there was never a 1/144 scale Ocuble until the high grade kits started being made.
Wasn't
That
that like a
doesn't
One they
while
made back-
ago?
Yeah, but like
You mean like they
I'm
didn't
just
do a
surprised they
non-grade?
never put one out during like Zeta or Double Zeta. This was Hamon's fucking mech.
I mean, yes. Thank you
But
again,
no,
Stan.
the only
Yeah.
version was 1 out of 220, the scale no one cares about.
Our next kit is by TJ Alvarez. It is the Master Grade Zaku, Royal Zaku by the one and famous. Let me hear you guys say it.
Dazzle Zabby!
There you
Also,
go.
Zombie,
Dazzle
the dude who
Zabi.
died.
I love that fucking mountain of a man. Just
He is.
How is he?
all right,
Oh yeah, they had
I
to.
need,
I remember
give me a
actually.
Heat Hawk that's twice as big.
Yeah.
Give me no machine guns. Give me no other weapons. I just need my fucking Heat Hawk.
Make
You know
it-
what's real
You know what?
funny? I
Take the
remember
shield off
something.
too.
I remember
shield
why
off.
the chest of this thing is actually larger. It's because they needed to make the cockpit bigger for him.
Yeah.
Wait, that's
Just-
canon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Didn't even notice it was bigger.
He is so huge that a normal cockpit cannot accommodate him.
When I asked if TJ Alvarez wanted to say anything about the kit, he said Sig Xeon. I said okay. And I agree.
Not McGuck? Okay.
Oh my
not
god, yeah, you're
McGock.
right.
Not McGock. Thank you, TJ. Wonderfully done. Kit. I forgot to
Excellent
ask.
work on
Is
the filigree.
the gold etching like stickers?
I assume so.
They are.
It looks nice.
they
It
look-
actually look pretty good.
Yeah, no, like
Really
really
good.
well done.
I'm actually
I
curious.
kind of want this kit in high grade.
Is it like custom painted and everything, or is this like a P Bandai thing that they released?
I think.
I don't even.
I don't remember.
Is it even a P Bandai?
It is
kit?
P Bandai.
It is. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
okay.
P Bandai 2014 Master Grade Dazzle Zabby.
Yeah.
The only time we
Oh.
ever saw this animation, if I remember correctly, was Thunderbolt, where it just gets shot by a bunch of gyms.
Yeah,
Balls.
and Dozel wasn't even in it. He was dead.
Yeah,
at
he
that
was
point.
his guards who were
Oh,
trying to
rip.
hold them off, and the gyms just tore it to pieces.
Rip.
Yeah, it must have been a
what are you
different
gonna
mobile
do
suit. The
against
wiki
a
just
beam gun with a fucking axe?
Exactly.
He just ran at them with a heat hawk, and they just shot him to pieces.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's not listed on the wiki. The wiki just says mobile suit. It was in mobile suit variation. It was escorted to the battlefield by Shin Matsunaga, and during the Battle of Solomon, the entire hangar was burned down.
All right. The next
They
kit
never saw action.
is by a regular on the stream here that who loves to send kits weekly, and it is by Adam Hammer, who likes to do VTuber builds, and this one I'm very proud
Wait
of
a
him.
minute.
This is the Mecha Girl
Ooh, it's a
Aya
Wizard.
version Ka, and this is the 16th VTuber build. He
Congrats,
says, I sculpted a Gundam face with epoxy on one of those blank faces they've released with a recent 30-minute Sisters costume pack. The pigtail is to
Wow.
avoid part clashing, and because they haven't released low twin tails yet, and it still maintains its transformation even with the 30 ms body, although the ponytail has to be taken off for the shield. The core of the build is the Wing Gundam Zero Hano, which was the closest I could get to high grade Wing Zero custom. As a modern version of it outside the real grade exists yet. The body is 30 ms option parts type 1 G01 with a ponytail hair type 3, but using a longer ponytail that was taken from the 30 ms Tokai tail. The single ponytail
Holy
was
crap.
chosen to minimize part clashing, and because the low tails won't be out until the fall. The Gundam chest bit was the original Wing Zero Hano torso cut and attached to a spare Rosada chest using plastic cement and epoxy. The Gundam face plate was epoxy and one of the blank faces from the option part set 6. And the major problem that I had when using primer on the plastic, the red pigment would bleed through. Took a few tries before I was able to fully cover it, although it still comes up in spots. This is currently my 16th custom VTuber build, with another 4 currently planned after this. Due to the single
Damn.
ponytail and the different wing design, this is why I dubbed this the Mecha Girl Aya version. Looks
Damn.
amazing.
Nice.
I was
Looks
basically
great.
going to
Looks-
say that it's literally just mecha. It's literally just Eye on screen.
Yeah, this is absolutely insane. That's a lot of work. Oh my
Ooh,
god.
the wings are swords. That's
Are you gonna
awesome.
pay
Like,
Still,
holy
Aya, you have
shit,
now
this is
become
cool.
Gunpla. How do you feel?
I have no words. I'm in awe. It's
also
amazing.
just
You better pay
so
the
many
guy the
kits in
shipping to
this.
get this delivered to you.
I need it. I need it.
There's also just so many kits in this. Like,
Oh yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Like, as always, amazing work, man. Amazing
Yeah,
work.
Adam does
Wow.
crazy good
So
stuff.
good.
Yeah.
He's really
That
good.
man is on a mission, and he
One of
makes
these
sure that-
days.
Properly envious of you, Aya. I wish I could get one of these for my heavy arms.
Same.
That is awesome. Awesome work, man.
That's
Same.
insane.
Like, I'd be willing to pay. I always mention it, but I'm always willing to pay good money for that, for something like that, because look at it.
I would love that too, but in
Oh,
my case, it would just be a straight up unicorn with a different head.
Well,
Yeah, I have no
basically
idea what mine would
fucking
look
this
like.
is. It's just heavy arms with a different heads.
I'm kind of in awe. This is absolutely insane. Adam, wow. I have no words. It's just really well done. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy
I
good.
like how Aya retained the thighs as well. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we still have the thick thighs. It's
We
great.
we gotta have some. We gotta make sure we have the right consistency in things. The important things.
Yeah, the important
Important
things.
the important thing.
Yeah, Adam, great job. Thank you so
Superb
much.
work.
I feel honored.
Build me one. I'll pay you.
Jeez, my
There you go.
My-
We have some
my
people who are
30-minute
willing to pay.
sisters is really judging me right now.
Okay.
Well, not this month, not next month. September.
I don't
Then
have
I can afford things again.
Again, thank you, Adam. Thank you so much. Our next kit is by Alex Daytona. It is called the Void Breaker Barbatorus. And it took them
I
weeks
love
to
those
finish.
colors.
I can see
imagine.
why.
Yeah.
That's a lot of painting. A shit ton. I'm assuming those are water slides.
I believe
Those
they
definitely
are.
look like water slides.
I
Yeah.
believe they are.
That's a shit ton of stickers.
The
Like,
biggest
yeah.
part
Oh
of the
my
work in this is that it's the different colors on different parts that like are like one color for the same part.
Yeah,
Meaning it's not just spray paint the whole thing and you're done.
No,
So
you literally have to
that's
take
it.
it apart and like either there's two ways to do this,
You
which
use
is
masking tape and lots
both of
of it.
them are really hard. Either you take it apart and just spray it one by one, or you use a lot of masking tape.
Oh no, like you can't even just take it apart because there are
Yeah,
parts that
because
have
there's a
multiple
lot of
colors on
parts
them.
here with multiple colors. So masking tape was definitely used
Yeah,
and a steady hand.
a very
Real steady hand, dear God. And all of those stickers that are even on the feet, which are not easy to do.
No, that's insane.
And they are well positioned too.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's like the way the color separation is, you can almost forget that this is a high grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this kit? Do you guys know if this kit's posable, very posable, or not really?
Yes, it is.
I don't.
Actually,
I never finished mine.
I have mine like right next to me,
Actually,
and
snipped the.
it's very posable
It's very
because the IVO kits were designed to be posable.
Oh, okay.
But downside is that they're very polycap heavy. So over
Okay.
time, those things will get loose.
You know, and since
And
the
loose.
Barbatorus is two Barbados, I love the idea of its lower body is just a second Barbados torso.
Yeah, I
It
actually do
is.
like that.
Medic,
but,
why
like-
couldn't you finish yours? Why didn't you finish yours?
I don't know. I lost interest. I accidentally damaged the head crest.
Oof.
Oof.
Funny enough,
It's
the
also
head,
like a really
uh,
long build because of how big it is for a high
Yeah,
grade.
that
Yeah.
too.
that is true. It's
I just stopped building it, and
I will-
now I'm building a Leo. It's nice and fast.
There you go.
I will say, you know what's funny? Do you know why it only has like one part of its head fin or its V
Because the
fin?
man who built it's an edgelord, and his original
Yeah.
Barbados got its head
It-
fin chopped off, and so he just
Because-
deliberately cut it off.
Oh
It's
my
like a mark
God.
of shame for him because he lost. It's literally basically
The
he loses in
hell?
the battle, and literally while he's fighting, losing the like gunpla battle, he literally yells, "Give me a mark to remember!" And the dude literally cuts it off. But here's the thing: it doesn't stay that way. He has to literally chop it off because their actual gunpla don't get hurt.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
For the record, the guy who did that was the pro tag of the third Breaker game.
Well, there
Yeah.
you go.
I actually do
Oh,
like
dear
that bit.
Christ.
Yeah,
That he was
no,
the
but
pro
like,
tag of the third. He's the one
Yeah,
who
no, the
got
guy
the
behind
Quanto
this-
commando type or commander.
yeah, he just
That
rolled up
definitely
and decided,
looks cool.
I'm going to be the edgiest, pettiest motherfucker alive.
And the other dude was like, "Okay, still gotta kick your ass."
Alex, thank you so much for the Void Breaker Barbatorus. This kit is by Ramsey. It is I
I dropped a part.
used the F91 torso as a starting point because I love how it looks, and that was a challenge because it's compatible with pretty much nothing out there out of the box. I had to
Holy
use
shit, guy!
I had to use UV resin to invert how the shoulders work before adding on Live Lance, Darabalde, and a smidge of Barbatos Lupus. The colors are inspired by the Ford GT40 race car along with its name. It's called the R96 Gulfstream.
Damn,
Nice.
holy shit, though, dude! You have to get so much because you really, really, really wanted that torso. I mean, I like the torso of the F91 too, but still, man.
Yeah.
That is the
wow.
dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Like this thing
Like-
looks like it's ready of doing battle. Yeah.
Holy
So
shit.
what is the stuff he applied to the shoulders?
The Durabalde, or oh wait, you mean
No, the stuff to make them fit. Like,
Use
was it
UV
again?
resin to bond the plastics
Yes.
together because if you shine a UV light on UV resin, it will basically just glue whatever you want together.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
Basically,
That's
So he
awesome.
likely took poly caps or apart from something else to put them together because the F98 shoulders just don't work with anything.
yeah. Basically,
yeah,
I'm
good to
going to
know.
make this work. Henceforth, I will brute force it.
Basically, he
Fair
literally
enough.
he went above and beyond just to make sure he got that torso.
I mean, the
Took a
torso
brutal
is
shit.
freaking unique and cool. I do like it. A lot.
It
I mean,
It is
if you
unique.
like your cockpits unprotected,
I do.
True.
I do.
all right. I think Grassley has you covered.
God damn. That looks so good. I like the like the beam effects coming out of the Darabalde shields there.
I do too.
You see that?
Yeah.
I thought that was
Those are Live Lance too, right?
yes.
Yeah.
yes. Looks
Oh, those are Darball. I didn't even realize those are Darball shields.
yeah, Darabalde.
Yeah,
Live
they're
Lance.
Durabalde.
I saw the
Uh,
shoulders.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. It looks great. The
I assumed they were
Barbatos
live
head,
lance just based on the clamshell look.
The Barbatos head. Got some missile
Barbatos
pods.
head looks good.
Hang
Yeah,
on, does he
well
have
done.
like the oh yeah, he's got the chest piece from one of the core Gundams.
What?
The
Oh yeah. Do you mean the little
On the
bit of
head.
light on there? Because
On
that
the
chest
head.
piece. Oh, that's what you mean. On the head.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
kind
yeah.
you know what's
They've added
funny?
it to the crest.
It kind of makes it look like the judge a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kinda.
The what?
Yeah,
the
look,
Not a
the,
bad thing because the judge is
you know,
awesome.
the thing that's not legally a Gundam, but we just call it the Judge. But
Yeah.
it's basically a Gundam.
Oh
Damn.
yeah.
This is a really really good build, Ramsey. Thank you so much for showing it. Yeah, you could pretty much do anything, put anything together with the UV resin, so that's
No,
that's
It is
No.
messy
And
though.
another
Yeah.
good
It is-
comment I can give to this is it actually looks like something that would actually belong in a new episode of Gundam Battle Log or
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I could definitely see
Yeah, it
that.
does look like
I could
Yeah,
definitely
put
see
this in the
this.
new
Build
OVA.
It definitely looks like a Build Fighters, Build Divers esque build.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what it reminds me of. Build Fighters, Build
Yeah.
Divers, Battle Log.
This
Like
could be
any
in the
one of
new
those,
anime,
would
for
this
sure.
would belong immediately in that.
Like the new metaverse or whatever that's coming out. I could totally see
we-
this.
Oh yeah, build
I-
build Metaverse. Ugh, that name.
I just
Yeah,
wish
very
that
unfortunate
I just
about
wish
The
that
name.
I just wish some of the designs in those were more creative like this.
Yeah, I feel like the stuff that we've seen that people have done, there's a lot more creativity, I feel like, going into those kits than we've seen in the shows so far. The build
Yeah,
Well, they just
literally,
played
it's
great.
literally just slight changes on the usual thing.
Yeah.
Usually,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, which is
occasionally we'll see
fine.
full-on rebuilds, but yeah,
Like-
no, like the creativity is reserved for the main characters.
even then, like you can't tell me the main character for Build Divers, like it's basically just the 00.
Yeah, I can't see a difference with the 00.
Oh, here
The
we
only
go.
reason
Okay.
it's 00 is for a stupid pun. Most of the English that went over most of the international audience's head.
Our next kit is by Tyler Scott Maudlin, and it's the newest
Oh,
build
yeah, I
is
saw
for
that.
the podcast. It is the Supernova 1100 Saikamu Zaku High Mobility Test Type, the Xeon Remnant library it has. And it was an interesting build. The resin kit was very bare bones. 95% of the panel lines and details I've personally added. Plus, I changed out the original static wonky hands for the high grade Psycho Gundam hands, done mostly with custom mixed Tamiya colors. Thank you so much. Holy
Yes.
hell! Oh
It's
my
This is
good.
impressive.
Resin kits are always look cool because the people who build them always know what the hell they're doing.
Yes, they
Jesus
do.
Christ!
I
People
get
that
them,
use
and they're
resin
just gonna
kits
look
usually-
like jelly.
Like,
holy
is
shit.
the bottom half just thrusters?
Yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the
no,
Psycho.
they're
The Psycho.
frustrating.
Yeah, it's just rockets.
Oh,
You gotta
my-
remember,
in,
they were
in multi
strapping things.
variation. This thing was kind of like the prototype Xeon.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
there are
pretty
two
much
prototype Xeons that were used, which was the Bishop and this.
I never figured out what the deal with the bit. Why does the bishop get actual legs?
Because they
were
they
trying
had
to
the money
keep
for
normal.
it.
Yeah, no. Anyway, the Saikamu Zaku just gets bricks of thrusters.
It is.
Yeah, and it
it's
just uses
insane.
like wire bit arms.
This almost
I love
looks
it.
like something out of MechWarrior. I don't
Yeah.
know, like the way that it's
Kinda
like.
does.
No,
Honestly,
to
I mean,
me, it
can see
actually
that
looks
from the
like something that
cover.
belonged in Thunderbolt. Like it was the
there wasn't.
like
It
like it's
wasn't
the final
Thunderbolt.
form of the Saikamu Zaku.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah.
It
That
wasn't
wasn't
Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt. There's a scene where they're showing the fight about Boaku and
Yeah,
it's there.
they're showing
Yeah,
the
it's the
final fight
Psycho
battle.
Mu is in Thunderbolt.
It looks.
anyone remember robotics?
That's a
No.
while
No.
ago.
It reminds me of that mostly because it's
Jesus.
just the massive fucking erector set looking construction in the white color scheme.
Oh, so just when we
Yeah.
thought the boosters at the lower half wasn't enough, there's a shit ton of boosters on the back. Oh my
Yeah,
that's
this
all
thing
right.
is this thing is made
Yes.
for nothing but speed
Oh
and
my-
using those Psycho Mu arms.
How does this
I
thing
love
even
that there's
stop?
8 boosters on the arms alone.
It's so that it can get. I mean, the wires are there to guide it back to the arm, so I guess those are just there to move it around so it doesn't get
Yeah,
hit.
but you don't see that many boosters on any other remote weapon.
True, but again, this is a fucking test type that was thrown out into the battlefield.
Yeah, they
See.
didn't know how many they needed.
How does
I can
how
see
does
what
the
you mean, though,
pilot
when you
even
said-
like keep up with how fast it's going?
New type bullshit.
Oh, a new type. Nice.
Saikamu.
Yeah,
new
because
type.
it's Psycho Mu. You can only use it if you're a new type.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's
I can
amazing.
see what you mean by Mech Warrior, though. It's got kind of like an Atlas appearance to it if you
Yes.
snap over the
Yes.
thrusters to
Yeah,
it.
it does look a
Yeah.
little bit like an Atlas, like from
It
like
does,
the neck
doesn't it?
down.
Yeah.
It looks fit. The torso is definitely very thick.
It is a thick boy.
We like thick.
We like thick here.
He's a thick boy.
We're
We
fans
like
of
Big
thick.
Zaku and we cannot lie.
Yeah.
We like big
Yeah.
Zaku.
I
Tyler.
refute that statement.
Tyler, this was another amazing showing. Thank you so much for showing this off. It's crazy, absolutely insane. Thank you. Our next kit is from Damon Hill. It is the high grade Strike Rouge, and it's just the nice out of the box clean build. I was
it's quite
always a
adorable.
fan of the Strike high grades. It was like one of my like first kind of high grade series that I've built. So I have like kind of like a soft spot for the Strike builds. I really like
This is very
The
clean.
revived
I
strikes
have
are
shown
very
weakness.
clean, very nice.
Overthrow him.
them. But yeah. Oh, I like. Is that a sticker? Looks good. Or is it a decal?
I've got a soft spot for the Rouge. Definitely a lovely kit.
Also looks like it has really good articulation, the arms and the legs. So looks like a
Yep.
great kit.
Fair enough.
My only beef with it, with the high grade, is that the chest is a little bit too vibrant, whereas it's more dulled down lavender sort of pink on the other kits. But it still works for this kit overall.
Yeah.
It's just weird how the high grade had a change of color scheme on the chest plate. Never understood it, but the guy's done a wonderful job. Good job, Damon.
Good job. Good
Yep.
job. I don't know why people don't like Kigali. I mean, I thought she was a great character.
She
Yeah,
was
we'll
Because
find
she's
out if we ever watch
constantly-
Seed.
Because she's constantly annoying. She constantly yells at everyone for no reason other than they're doing their jobs, and she's being a
See,
bratty
Destiny
princess.
is when it's Destiny that messes everything up.
I mean, Seed was already bad.
Our next
I mean,
build.
We'll find
I'm not
out.
arguing with you on that
Our
one.
next build is by Dice Punk Studios.
A go?
Yo.
This is a high grade Hagog. It's called
I've heard that name before.
It's called The Final Resting Place of Kraken 13. I tried to recreate from memory the scenery of a little cove I loved when I used to dive and snorkel a lot.
Aww.
The mobile
Aw.
suit is a bit of an analogy for the transition between an old life and a new one. It's an abandoned Hygog. I imagine the pilot got stranded on the island, was forgotten, and just set up a hut and lived out the war there.
I mean,
I
that
fell
did
out.
happen. I do love this overall, and that did happen. You guys remember what I said about Unicorn, where the guy who had the goof, who shows up out of a castle out of nowhere, he just gets lost.
Yeah.
And he actually helps
I-
rebuild Torrington base because he's like, oh, these people are hurt. I guess I should help those people.
I
they let him
love
when
the
he showed up in the
weathering on
booth?
this.
Yeah.
The battle damage. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, everything about
Damn.
this is
So
absolutely
This basically
brilliant.
is a
Robust.
soldier that got lost and just gave
Oh
up.
yeah, no,
and,
like
yeah.
this looks amazing. You sold like Dice Punk Studios. If you're watching, you sold me on how broken down, abandoned. I love it. You did an amazing job.
I
The
have a
weather is
very-
great.
Like,
I always love abandoned
Rust.
suits. I always love like abandoned giant mechs somewhere, and this, it's great.
It looks
I
like
can't really say much
actual rust.
yeah, I also like the
Yeah.
little, like from this shot, I like the little extra detail on the thruster. I like the little vent in the shoulder pad, which is obviously this is a high grade, so that doesn't have that.
Gash.
Like,
And
it's
just like
clear-
just the detail, the weird backpack thing it has is also just great.
See if I can
I
get
I
just
it.
mean,
noticed
I
it
mean,
had
it
a
even
different
has
backpack.
literal battle damage. Like you can literally see like the scar of getting like hit by a beam spray gun, almost.
The backpack, I feel like it's like a, what do you call it, a ship or something, or like a submarine,
sure.
Marine craft.
like a marine, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
But look, guys, look at the detail. Like I like how they use like the water, like
Yeah,
that's
the water
colliding
crashing
with
up
the-
against it.
Holy cow! Oh, like it looks so damn good.
It does.
Oh my!
So pretty.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was entered into a competition and won because it's just
Worth
got-
noting, I looked up Dice Punk Studios during this. They're a professional, so
Yeah.
that tracks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tracks.
I mean,
yeah.
Resident
That-
Four.
Dice
Yeah, that
Punk
sounds familiar.
Studios. If you guys should be doing like tutorial videos. Show us plebeians how to do it. You know, like
I mean, if they just put those on YouTube tutorial videos, a lot of people would just watch that for like ASMR or something.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
I'd
would.
watch it during a
I
build.
just
You know
want to
what I
watch
mean?
it. I want to watch like a speed build of this.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's why I think like ASMR speed build. You know,
I'd watch a full build and like watch it while I'm building something. You know?
the rust effect is very beautiful.
Yeah.
Like just all in the right spots as well. Like they really thought about where it's going.
Yeah. Amazing
Yep.
work. Amazing work. Again, thank
Epoxy
you.
waves are always amazing.
Yeah, thank you
yeah.
for the submission. Thank you for allowing us to show it off. Amazing. Thank you.
yay!
Our next kit is by Frank Wood. Frank is showing off the Zoart Heavy. He thought the kit was excellent. It's the Armored Core inspired design in as clear as day, which is no surprise considering the designer.
Does it work good?
Yeah.
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 It looks like I'm ready to try and murder White Glint again.
Likes
Yeah.
the missile
I need to play Armored
extension,
Core.
the big backpack weapon, and you're essentially ready for Armored Core 6.
Yeah.
I'm ready for Armored Core 6. I think everyone here is ready for Armored Core 6.
And do a collab with Armored Core 6. Put this in the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Holy
I
smokes.
do like the design, man. It's something fresh and different.
That looks fantastic. Is that
Yeah,
is that from like a
I love the head.
expansion something?
No, that's the from Build Divers.
Build
It's
Divers.
the heavy weapon
Oh.
pack for the 00
yeah,
diver.
Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna guess that
Oh.
it was like the GPO 1 or whatever the fuck, whatever the one from Stardust member with the big ass set of missile
The
pods was.
Dendrobium.
Yeah, the Dendrobium is
It's
just a
supposed to
giant
kinda be,
mobile
like,
armor.
Flower
inspired.
number 3.
Yeah.
It actually
Yeah.
does fit. I think it looks good.
Yeah, like the generic weapon packs of Build Divers work well with the Armored Core-esque designs.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Wow.
They never really
really good.
felt right for me on a build kit because the build kits have so much personality.
It's
And this is gray weapons meant to go anywhere.
yeah, it's a fantastic kit.
Yeah, if those grays matched the one on the Sword Heavy, I would be like, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. I mean, the railguns aren't too different from anything in Armored Core.
Yeah.
Again, thank you so much, Frank. Great kits, great builds, and I like the little customizations with the different the backpacks with the missiles and stuff. It actually goes really well with the kit. So, thank you so much for showing that off. Let's go to second. There we go. This kit is by Mecha
Oh, hey,
underscore DI. It is the Gramps 2.0. I had to redo the paint on the eyes like 7 times, and I tried to repaint the blue, but it looked really bad, so I had to sand it and scrape it off. So there's a
Ooh.
few scuffs on the.
I legit
can't
mistook
see
this
any
for a
stuff.
cosplayer for a moment.
Whoops.
I'm really happy because I have this kit in my hand right now. I finished building it yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh,
It looks so
nice.
puffy.
It's one of the 3 granddaddies I have up on my shelf, and I display it proudly because it was one of my favorite builds.
There's a
I'm
little
enjoying
fly.
seeing this just because I've got an Origins version sat around, and I can't wait to build it because this looks pretty
That's a
nice.
gigantic
what the
fly.
hell?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Xeno on the shield.
An alien.
Run!
Giant
It's the
flies.
Flies
Oh.
Gundam now.
Oh my god.
It's an alien.
Well,
But no, like
y'all
this.
saw my my granddaddy squad, but my top 3 are the
Oh,
Origin
there's.
3.0.
I didn't even realize the fly was there until you focused it.
Oh, he painted the little beam staff because it comes in fucking clear.
Which is so
For
stupid.
some
Why
reason.
would it come in
That is
clear?
I didn't
yeah,
bother.
The
Like,
only
maybe,
reason I
maybe
guess
try
is
and apply a light coat of paint over it so it's still somewhat transparent.
the only reason I think it would be clear is because, well, it's beams and they make all the beams usually clear.
Or maybe you could try and run an LED into it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say the kit was great.
Weird.
It's like it's not a build that like stands out, as in like it's difficult or it's like here's a crazy thing. But I think it's just a super solid build, and the fact that you actually put the core fighter in the Gundam blew my mind. Because there's
Why?
actually
Is
the
it
core
hard?
fighter's actually no, it
Not
was
really.
super easy, but it's like
Oh,
the core fighter is actually in the Gundam, and you can
Yeah.
take out the full core fighter, and it's a core fighter.
Oh, okay. That's actually
Yep.
really
that's
cool.
interesting.
Yeah, they have the
Pretty
scale
sure
to do
why.
that.
It's a fun
The
gimmick
only
with the
Master Grade Granddaddy that doesn't do that is the Origin, and that's because they prioritized posability.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
Also,
know
it
that.
works
And
with
you
the
don't get nav
version-
crunch with the core fighter.
Yeah, it also works with the version of the Origin that they were making, because there is a point in the Origin manga where they take out the core fighter and they just use the normal core block system.
Interesting. But like, I guess one thing I could say about the kit, which is not shown here, by the way, great work on the panel lining,
Yeah,
is
great.
that the Gundam hammer it comes with is not master grade scale. It's
Oh,
way
it's
too small.
incorrect.
So it's tiny?
It's tiny, like it looked like
Ah,
me and
yeah.
Scorpia wanted to recreate the whole scene where the GOG holds the ball,
Yeah.
but it looks like a tiny toy in the master grade GOG's hands. Like it literally fits
Oh.
into the palm, but with the high grade GOG it actually works fine. So there's just a high grade GOG standing there holding the Gundam hammer.
Why would they do it like that?
I
Mm.
don't know.
They did him bad.
built because I don't care.
Mech_DI, thank you
Jesus.
so much for sending it. Great job. I couldn't even tell that there was any scuffs, so you did really
Yeah.
good. Our
Pretty good.
next kit/kits is by Locust. Own very own Locust.
Nice.
It's like a battle. Locust, what the hell is going on here?
I need to see the picture, so I don't remember what I sent you last. Alright,
Oh.
this. I used all the little stands I got to make like a little battle post between my Ariel with the Mirasol unit and my Daribalde.
And
And
I
Oh,
love
yeah. That.
the diorama, kind of like it's actually you're in the jungle, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Welcome
They're
to the
fighting.
jungle. We have giant robots.
And I mainly took this to talk about mainly sent this in to talk about the Mirasol and the Daribalde
Yep.
because I thought it would be more interesting, and I've already
Fair
talked
enough.
about the high grade Ariel.
Fair enough.
The Mirasol unit was really fun to build, and I feel like it's a great kit bash opportunity because it's like $10. It will fit on basically everything because it uses the typical connectors that fit on any 30-minute missions and most of the modern like backs of the
Yep.
It
mobile
also
suits.
helps that demand has died down for it a bit.
Yeah. And
Yep.
it's like I could see this, and I've already seen it on Twitter on a lot of kit bashes of all sorts of things being used.
Yep.
And here's a few pictures of the RL with the bits on the body. Just kind of showcase that. And going back to the Daribalde, it's a great build. I have no complaints. I think it's really neat where the cockpit is on the Daribalde.
Where is the
Um,
cockpit on that?
It is actually like above the chest. Like the round shape you
Yep.
see
Oh,
in front of
yeah.
the thing, that's the cockpit.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. That's
I
actually why
swear that
Guel
wasn't where
survives.
Ghoul got out of it.
No, that's actually why Guel
Yes.
survives the fight
Yeah.
with Shadid because the cockpit is so high in the mobile suit.
What the fuck is up with G-Witch and putting the cockpit on the neck?
Right?
It's just the way it is.
Weird.
It's the only the only thing I could complain about is that the feet gimmick is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's not that
The
great.
feet are
Yeah.
claws.
Also, they don't
But-
give you an individual stand for it.
Yeah, the feet.
Well, it does actually come with a stand. Like
The
the
feet
Come with a
were
stand.
supposed-
It doesn't come with you an extra stand for the feet.
true.
I mean, I understand why the feet would be claws because
Yeah.
they're supposed to dig in, or like the other
Yeah.
one, shoot out and hit the enemy. But you know,
I mean, like it just doesn't make any sense to me because it's like if you lose your foot in the attack, you're dead.
If you're
Most of
fighting
the
in
time.
space, you're fine.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
fine, but like if you're on the ground, it's
Yeah,
over.
but we're not fighting in space in this scene.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair,
Neither
I
were they
think
in
Ghoul
the
only
pool.
used them as a desperation attack
Yeah.
when he was on the ground.
yeah, they are kind of a last resort sort of thing.
But yeah, I
You know,
basically
also, it's so fucking weird. We still haven't heard any news on like an upgrade kit
Yeah.
for the rival mechs.
Oh, by the way, for those at home, Frank was the one who built the Zorwat we showed off not too long ago. He also has a Twitch channel which he has with friends. It's called Super RPG Friends, and they do builds and stuff. If
yeah,
you want to
what
go
he did
take
on Twitter,
take
didn't he?
a look at them, feel free to do so.
It's a
Cool.
good channel, guys.
I might
Good
have
fun.
to.
Yep.
Nice.
Cool.
Anyway, back to this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next.
So is the Ariel finally losing here, Locust?
Yeah.
I mean,
Who
it's not
wins?
really there's no real decision I've made who wins this. Maybe the
Next time on Dragon Ball
Can
Z.
can I request more pictures of the outdoors with your kits, because those are always awesome.
Sure.
I would, but I live in Washington and it's always freaking dreary.
I live in
Maybe
Texas.
you need to
There's
move.
nothing.
Maybe you need to move somewhere that's not so dreary.
Like Germany.
I'm trying.
Yeah,
Like
just
Germany.
move for the better aesthetic.
Ask Scorpia. She will tell you.
Move to Colorado,
No,
where
Germany.
it's only raining half the time now.
Anyways,
I'm joking.
Locust, did you want to do a shout out or anything? Did you want to tell anybody anything before we go into the next kit?
I mean, I can shout myself out.
Yeah.
I'm a 3D modeler. I make 6mm scale models on Patreon and on Colts 3D. I post my Gunpla builds on my socials as well, which is all Locust Labs, like my name, and that's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Our next kit is by Zik Xeon on our Discord. Here is the high grade VO. I want to show
Hey.
off.
High grade?
I started.
Yeah, I was about to say this is a high grade.
This is a high grade. I
Damn.
started the Gunpla
Never
hobby.
underestimate high grade.
I started the Gunpla hobby early last year, and I made this last May, which was the first time I learned how to do scribing. So it's not perfect
What
from the
is
current
scribing?
view, but I still like this kit.
Disagree.
I want to let people know that this kit is perfect for practicing scribing.
What's
Holy-
scribing?
Yeah, because it's so
VO is
big and chunky.
gigantic.
Here's
Yeah,
a
there's
better
a lot of
view
space.
of it. It is whole. I thought this was a master grade when he first sent it to me.
There is and it's
Holy.
understandable because there is a master grade O, which is just incredibly fucking rare.
Yep.
And no, this is this is the first time scribing. I have all my tools, still haven't used them a single time, by the way.
What is
Wait,
scribing?
wait,
Someone
wait,
please
you-
tell me.
Scribing is when you use a hobby knife and a chisel to add extra panel lines to your model kits or
Oh
extra.
god,
yeah,
I
yeah.
do not have the stability of hands
So
to do
all
that.
these lines here,
I need
like
practice.
a
Neither
lot,
do
I
I.
need the tools.
like a lot of these lines you see over here and on the
Yeah, right,
chest
right on the
here,
chest.
Basically, any
other-
line that looks good has been scribed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's absolutely bonkers.
The amount of the amount of things people do with scribing, especially in the like Asian and Japanese space, is ridiculous. Like you
Yeah.
watch some tutorials and they're scribing, and suddenly your basic ass GM looks like it's a perfect grade.
Yeah, it's
they-
nuts.
It just
Yeah.
reminds you, what you said right there just reminds you of the, okay, draw the circles, now draw the whole damn owl.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
One,
Yeah,
two,
basically.
3.
I would say for Gunpla, scribing, painting, and what was the last one? And modeling a plastic card
Yep.
are like the 3 core tenets of making like what would I call this? Making like competition level Gunpla kit modifications.
Right.
Because if you see any competition winner Gunpla kit, either it's just all weathering or it's those 3 things: making custom parts with plastic card or like other Gunpla parts,
Yep.
scribing on everything, and then
Yep.
painting the kit. That's the 3
And that
things.
level of precision just amazes me.
It is insane.
Yeah.
I want to say that.
I guess true.
I want
I
to
guess
say that
truly-
this Zeta Gundam is a real grade, but who knows? It could be a high grade with scribing and like a bunch of decals. I don't even know. Like,
So while I
Also,
have
that's
not
brave to touch a real grade Zeta.
while I
I
have
don't
not
think it's a real grade. I think you
It is.
were
that's
right
the
that it
normal
might be
one.
a
It-
lower grade, and
the
he's
two-
modded it.
the white gray shading, it's the
Yeah.
real grade, unfortunately.
While
Yeah.
so
look,
on
Oh, wow.
scribing,
yeah,
while I haven't done it myself yet, the 2 premier ways people do it is usually either using a marker, like a fine liner, to first mark out where you want to have your scribe
Yeah.
lines, replacing the fine liner with a hobby knife
yeah,
to just make straight cuts, and then use the chisel to run over the cut because it gives you a higher precision with the chisel. Or some tutorials in the Japanese space even use pieces of plastic card to mark out where you want to. You basically just hold the plastic card at the angle, and then just mark where you want to stop your line, and then you just scribe along the plastic card so that you can't actually miss.
Oh,
These
that's
are like the 3 ways I
nice.
assume it's done.
Bold of you
and
to
I'll
assume
probably
I can't miss.
Oh, by the way, you know how you just had your Darabalde pop up showcased?
Yeah.
Apparently, Super RPG Friends just decided that he ordered Darabalde just now.
Oh,
And a
Ah,
Delanza.
let's go.
There
and
you
a
go.
Delanza.
And the Delanza.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
the Durabalde is a good suit.
Yeah.
It is really good looking, and honestly, if
does.
you don't like Witch from Mercury, get one just for Kit Bash parts.
Yeah.
Straight up.
But going back to Zixion's the O, I don't like this is
Impressive.
like mint. Like
Yeah.
I'd actually buy this off of him. If he was selling this, I'd buy this kit.
It's very
It's
nice.
super
excellent
nice.
Really good.
work.
Alright.
Really
I
I
have to get going,
also-
guys. Just a heads up.
All right, thanks,
Oh,
IC.
okay,
Yeah,
see ya.
Have a
You
good
guys-
day.
yeah, I see.
Take care.
One
See you
last
around.
thing
See you,
about
friend.
scribing
Yeah.
is that because you can use different sizes of chisels, it's actually really easy to hide your mistakes.
Okay, what do you
Because
mean?
if you basically you can use anything from a 0.1 millimeter chisel all the way up to like a full millimeter, meaning if you make a mistake in your like second line of like running over it, you use a bigger chisel on the second or the third pass,
Yeah.
and it will just delete the mistake because you're just carving away the plastic that shows it.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And usually at a greater distance like this, even if there's mistakes, your blind eye will not be able to tell. Especially if it's panel lined. Like,
Doesn't
it will
look
not
like there was
stand out to you.
mistakes.
Yeah.
And this is Zixian who started early last year.
Yeah.
And this was their first kit to scribe. And like that's just
Slow and
crazy.
steady.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, slow and steady.
Jeez.
So Zixian, thank you so much for showing this off. If you want to send me this kit, let me know.
That is literally a Gordon Ramsay fucking delicious, right?
I will say nothing. Truly, I guess nothing can match the O.
Except for a giant.
Yeah, it was like
watermelon
one of my
slice.
favorites. It was one of my favorite suits from Zeta Gundam was the O.
Yeah.
The problem I always have with the O is I feel like it needed bigger weapons.
Our next kit
Oh,
is
hey.
by one of our podcast members. It is the RX-785. Take it away, Fluffy V.
Oh my god, this kit's like almost as old as me, I swear to God. But it's yeah, I literally got this kit because when I first saw it, I didn't realize what it was. I just saw the Gatling gun. And I was like, "Ooh, Gatling gun," and
course.
it pulled me with that. But when I actually got to build the kit itself, I can see why people want these older kits because this is a fine example of an RX that's been tricked out with space mods and the extra details for an MG.
Yeah.
And when I picked it up, I actually got it off Amazon of all places because no one had, on their shelves. You don't see many of these anymore lying around. You can find the 4, but you can't seem to find the 5 a lot. But I'll tell you this now. If you can find an RX 75, sorry, 75, I'm calling it, bloody hell, a 78.5, if you can find one, get it for yourself because it's literally a granddaddy on steroids and the design of it. I mean, this is out the box. I didn't even do much to it. So this is literally out the box. I'm planning to add some decals to it, but it's old, it's fun. Bit tricky to build in some places because it's got a few little quirks for its age.
So when did this come out?
Is this a high
This-
grade or a master grade?
This is a master grade.
It's V. He doesn't
Yeah.
touch high grade.
Yeah, I don't currently build the 140,
Yeah.
but I will do when my eyes are fixed. But anyway, this kit does come with a downfall, though, unfortunately, and it is a big one. The big downfall of this kit is that the minigun advertises that it fits into the hand
Lies.
and can be worn along the arm.
No.
but
Lies.
the belt gets in the way.
Oh,
that's what I
ammo
thought.
base. So if you aftermarket or extend the ammo belts, it is possible, but out the box, you're not going to get it fit the arm because the belt's just not going to wrap around properly. But for what you get in the kit, you know, you get your shields, you get the beam sabers, you get the minigun, the ammo drum, the backpack, and the thruster units for the waist. It's just one of those kits I can highly recommend that if you love the Granddaddy, especially, this is a variant of it that deserves to be with your Granddaddies. Same with the 4 and the 3 and everything else. But it's also got such a high element of rarity to it now that if you have one, you can actually sit there and say, "Yeah, I've got a 78.5," and someone will actually ask you, "What's a 78.5?" And then you can discuss about it. So it's a good discussion point as well,
Thi-
because a lot of people don't seem to realize the 5
Yeah.
even exists.
this kit.
Yeah,
this
people don't
kit's-
realize the 4, the 5, or
This
6.
kit came out in 2003.
I remember it exists.
Yeah,
If only
and
because the
it
4
was
had.
an original print I got as well. It
That's
wasn't a
insane.
reprint anything.
Crazy.
2003 original kit. And I
Okay.
tell you what, for its age,
Okay, so this would have been fucking released to promote like Encounters in Space then.
Yeah, this
yeah,
was
basically, yeah.
the 04 and the 05 showed up in a video game, and so did the 06.
Yeah, that's
Which-
Encounters in Space.
Counters in space.
No, wait, 06. No, 06 is what was it? From Ashes of Xeon or something? It's Xeonic Front. That's where the
Oh,
06
yeah, okay.
shows up. It's
Oh right,
the Mud Rock. Yeah, it's the one that got.
Yeah, I'll
that's
say
the
if
one.
it's 06, that's the
The
Mud
one
Rock.
that,
Yeah.
well, that a
Xeonic
random
Front.
shonen protagonist jumped into, not realizing he.
Uh,
Okay, oh, it
Fluffy,
should have killed all the Xeon, but for
Fluffy,
some reason.
But I will add as well that the color scheme of this is all out the box, and I love that the most about it. Didn't have to paint it, so the reds, the color separation. For a 20-year-old kit, it truly shocked me when I actually had it constructed.
Did you want to
Because
do?
you don't see a lot of color separation on the old kits,
Did
and
you
I
want-
really do love it for that.
Did you want to
Go
do
on.
a selfless plug?
Yeah, I do usually stream, but I'm currently offline due to eye surgery and stuff. But there will be a special stream on Sunday, the 16th of this month.
Yep.
It'll be my regular schedule, I think like 8 p.m. GMT, whatever that is in your time zones. But we'll be having showing of Gunpla UK stuff I'll be getting, which is my local supplier. So you'll be able to see kits, there's Pokemon, there's waifus, and there's also going to be a special double build of Bandai kits that aren't Gunpla, but they are Bandai and they're cute. So if you want to see that, hopefully I'll see you guys there. And yeah, I'll be back to my regular schedule hopefully in mid-August, but I'm trying to do what I can till then
Yep.
because I can't physically see properly.
Yep. Thanks. Thank you, Fluffy V. Thank you.
Love you all.
So the next kit is from Leviathan Prime on our Discord. Leviathan says, "Can you guys guess what this kit is and what's been done to it before I tell you?"
Oh, I
so-
can
Well,
tell
obviously it's a
you.
Z-Gok.
Obviously,
It's got
yeah,
the
it's a
legs
Zagok.
of
The
a.
shoulders are from the GPO2.
The
No,
feet,
not just the
No,
legs-
shoulders,
they're
it's
not the
the feet.
GPO2. They're from the fucking Gundam Build Divers version of the GPO2.
Yeah, and so are
Same
the
for
feet.
the feet.
I don't know what the cannons are.
The cans are also
I think
from
they're
the
repurposed from something else.
No. The cannons are actually just from the GPO2,
What
Build
grade
Divers
is it?
version again.
What grade is it?
All right, then that just leaves one last question. What are the extra claws?
What grade is it?
Oh, those are also from the Build Divers
Oh,
GPO2.
yeah.
I don't remember that thing at all.
A 144.
Let
but
me
it was
send you a
actually
picture.
on screen for like a few
Guys.
episodes, and
I just
then
remember that it was supposed to be a Getter
I think-
reference, but it failed at that.
I think like everything except the Zigok torso is this GPO2 because those legs are definitely GPO2 as well, right?
yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I feel the
Uh,
grade of it is master grade, but it could
Yeah,
be a
I
bit
feel that as
smaller.
well. I mainly feel that because of I have a Zigok, and the Zigok eye kind of does look like that on the master grade.
Okay.
I'm
It can't be a master
sending.
grade though. The Build
However,
Divers was only high grade.
no, it can't be because those round things next to the torso are way too big. They're way smaller on the master grade Zigok. This is a high grade.
Yep.
I'm calling it.
Okay. You guys think it's a high grade?
Let me just take a look at the Zagok I have next to me to check the skirt real quick.
If we could,
It's had
zoom
add-ons
in
to the
more.
skirt.
I'm gonna stand by master grade if you guys want to go high grade. I'm gonna say
That's
well done master grade.
That appears to be an original skirt for the most part.
Okay. Let me.
So I'm gonna guess also from the fucking ogre or whatever. This is just a Zagok torso.
I'm just gonna send you a picture of. I just sent Metika the picture of what it looks like. It's really different from just the GPU.
Let me reveal the secret. Okay, this is a high grade Zagok kit bashed with the GPO2 raised to 10.
That's what.
Aha.
Yeah,
So
no, that
it has
it's
the
Zagok torso,
aquatic
Zagok arms.
camo can be hard to see in this lighting. We'll show. I'll go through the pictures once I finish the little spiel here.
The reveal.
Weathered to be appropriate for aquatic unit that's seen some action but mostly unscathed. It's fully painted by airbrush with lacquers using Mr. Color and alkylate metallics. Gave the lighter armor sections an aquatic camo that was achieved with a few hundred pieces of hand-cut masking tape. Custom scratch build parts to make the backpack connections work. Relocated the Zagok back units to the skirt to keep the underwater mobility. 2 segments from the high-grade Zagok leg to add length to the original Zagok arms. Trimmed and scribed each arm segment to make it resemble the real grade sections. Drilled out the RAS 210's cannon barrels and replaced the tips with copper tubes. Added a third-party lens for the mono eye. Added a fair bit of additional custom panel lining to the kit. Including the high-grade Zagok torso to make it resemble the detail of the real grade. Added water slide decals and weathered with acrylic and oiled paints. Finished with edge chipping via hand painting and topped with Vallejo matte varnish top coat. This piece won Best in Show at Building on the Bay 2022 in Mobile, Alabama. God damn.
Oh wow! I can see why it won.
Yeah, no, this is really clever and I've gone about kit bashing.
Yeah,
because I didn't even notice that you rearranged some of the Zagok parts. It's very subtle.
Holy shit!
It really fooled me, making me think it was master grade because he's just done such good detailing, and I thought that
also those claws
go on a bigger frame, so he's done really well.
The choice of the ogre specifically actually works really damn well. The legs look pretty damn Zagok. It has extra, similar claws.
I want to see
the GN drives stick out a bit, but I didn't even notice those on the first glance over.
I need to see the back.
Gonna make sushi out of you.
Oh my god! Look at that.
What?
Huh?
Look at the back.
Wow.
God
Oh,
damn.
I just noticed the GN drives.
Yeah.
Oh, he shoved the GN drive. How the fuck did he?
Oh wow.
My guess is also taken off the no, actually, that back section said it was scratch built. So yeah, no, just took a GN drive off of anything.
God.
And he just slammed the GN drive into the back of it.
Why the fuck
it already
not?
has 2 in the shoulders. This Zagok is Trans Am enabled.
Apparently, dear God.
I mean,
oh my god.
It turns into a Char custom in the blink of an eye.
Oh my god. This
I
thing
can
is
see why this one's Best in Show.
It gives me Metal Gear vibes. Like, it gives me Metal Gear Ray vibes.
This
a weapon to
definitely
surpass the
deserves
GOG.
Oh
the
my
W.
God. I love this thing.
The Metal Gear GOG.
Metal Gear Zagok.
This is a Zagok I want on my shelf.
Metal
today.
Gear
Yeah.
Metal Gear Rising Counterattack.
This is
Metal
something.
Gear Rising
Oh my
counterattack.
There's definitely well, I know this thing definitely isn't a Peace Walker, so
God, no, it's not killing itself.
Yeah, I'm kind of speechless. This thing is amazing.
I don't know with Xeon it might.
Okay, Xeon's not outside of the Zuda, it's not that bad. Usually someone else has to come over and kill them.
It's a lot of painting. It's the only two kits and a few scratch build parts to make the connections. Yeah, dude.
They're fantastic, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, no,
And
amazing.
I feel like it could actually like get passed off as like a legitimate like
Huh?
backstory suit from like an MSV of like a prototype Zagok that ran on like the Psycommu system.
Yeah, you know what?
I mean, heavy
I
weapons
would
type.
like to see a anime story on this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would
It's
probably
pilot.
take place either in Zeta or in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Or-
give us a,
It would be in
an anime
between. I think this would
story.
be pre-Zeta.
Yeah, pre-Zeta,
With-
I think.
I don't know, Unicorn.
But then how
Droid
do you
bring back
explain the
his god.
GN drive?
I don't know.
I don't
they-
think we can.
That's
I don't
the
think
big
we
part. You
can.
don't.
No, I can describe it. I can
Fuckery from
people-
Extreme Versus happened. That's what.
some version of X here accidentally ran a Trans Am and teleported into the UC timeline and
Oh
broke
my
down.
God.
We're not
This
bringing the
isn't
fucking.
Super Robot
like-
Wars. We don't need multiverse bullshit.
We
I
don't
was
need
about
to
to say,
connect.
It could just
Fuck,
be like a turbine, like it's just like a.
I would say it's just an
submarine
engine.
turbine.
That's all it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
Trans
Three
Am.
engines.
It doesn't have to be
No.
VGN
my
drive.
God.
no, we're not going to get GN drive
Instead
to
of
this thing.
instead of I am Gundam, it's I am Zagok.
I am the
Oh,
guy.
No, it can impale 4 gyms at the same
Oh
time.
my God. Yeah.
This is literally like, this is no mere Zagok, boy.
Yeah.
This is Trans Am
Oh,
Zagok.
no.
Yeah, no, it just turns red and suddenly it's revealed Char's in the cockpit the whole time.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is a crazy
Zagok
kit.
heavy.
Crazy
yeah.
kit. Leviathan Prime. Thank you so much
Fucking
for
love this.
letting
Dude,
us
this is awesome.
letting us
Yeah.
basically drool over this thing. Amazing
Oh,
build.
this is giving me so many ideas for my own.
Amazing build. Our next build is by
Hey,
a
talking
Discord
about
member,
Trans Am.
Hey.
Griblet Pla. It's
Oh,
a
it's
master
the
grade Dynamist I did in a desert sand colorway. Added some
Nice.
Ooh.
photo etch, panel lining, and decals. Also created a custom back skirt from the gun holsters that were on the knee. They were still open and were reachable by the model still as can be seen in the photos. I also took the butt thrusters and added them to the knees. The whole kit is airbrushed in acrylics. A friend of mine at Muse Kadri, who is an amazing artist who does the commission work, hand painted some pin-up girls on the shields for me. Her work blows
Love
me
that.
away, and I'm honored to have a piece of her art on my kit. To tie it all together, I used a picture frame as a base cover. So some terrain desert sand, some dry brushing, 3D printed all circle as a platform, and painted the pilot figure on it to help the scale. If you'd like to see more of the kit or other projects I have done, you can find them all on my Instagram and TikTok at Griblet Pla.
Love that.
I do love the coloring on this
Show
thing.
us
Like
the
I always,
pictures,
Is that
Taya. I
Tiny
want to see the
Walk-On?
pinup girls.
Oh,
I always love.
And you said this was like just regular Dynamite, right?
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is just the
Okay.
Dynamis.
So
I will say that I
zoomed in
do
a
love
bit,
the
so you can kind of see there's lock on right there on the bottom there.
lock on.
Yeah, I just asked if that was a tiny lock on it. Love them.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
I do always love when they use actual military colors for Gundams for this.
Oh yeah, no, like the
customs.
rollout colors, love them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's
Yeah,
here's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
better
I
view
definitely
of-
like the
Pinup
original
girl.
like green stuff, but this is
There
This
she
is cool.
is. Look
Yeah,
at
the
I love the
Dynamis
green, but I
already
also like
kinda
seeing the-
military colors.
And it's still already green. Like, here's the thing, though. I will say I do love the green already, but I always like seeing them in more military colors. Like, this is
Oh,
like
that's
the
very
same
nice
shade
art.
as the like Easy 8. I won't say it's a little.
bit darker than
Kinda.
Easy.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say.
And Easy A had some blue on it, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a
it's
little
a very light
little
blue.
tiny bits of blue.
I just want to
I
say
remember the blue.
I really am digging
the
this.
drawing of the pinup girl is actually amazing. To do it
Yeah, no,
on
like
a
I said,
hand?
amazing art.
Like by
Yeah,
hand?
holy shit.
Holy crap.
Jesus.
You guys,
By hand?
I
Yeah.
wish that some people who did 40K would do Gunpla instead, because they would just like turn a I don't know, they turn a RX-78 into Merle for the entire 1-year war, and it would blow y'all's mind.
Yeah.
Would they just turn a
Look,
Gundam?
look at this one. Look at this.
Oh!
Holy
Oh,
shit!
yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Okay,
Give
now
me that.
I want to see a turn
This is
A.
S tier.
Yeah.
I want to see a turn
Holy
A.
shit.
The butterfly wings are painted like a mural of every series.
Oh,
That's doable.
Some
It's
lovely
it
handwork.
reminds me
That
of
would be
like those
awesome.
like World War II planes where they have like the
Yeah.
pinup
Yes.
That's
Honestly,
the
Fun
point.
fact.
Yeah, that's the point.
canonically,
That was the point.
Xeon had some of those. Oh,
Really?
those as
I feel it.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think in
like they had a
don't you see it
Zaku
in
girl, they had a
Thunderbolt?
Goof girl.
Oh,
Well, no, they've been
do.
around since the original Mobile Suit Variation series. They were amongst the various emblems in the guidebooks.
Really?
Hmm.
Oh, that's right. It's an
Interesting.
Oh,
MSV.
that's where they came from GBO2. I thought GBO2 just pulled that out of their ass.
oh,
No, fun
wow.
fact, Killy
I
Garrett
mean-
also came from those same emblems, so
I mean, it's
Fairy
pretty-
wasn't completely made up.
I mean, it is pretty
Wow.
normal for soldiers to personalize their units to their liking just a bit, especially if it's
I-
bigger.
Okay,
I will ask Griblet Plaw to keep sending me more kits so I can show them off more weekly. But again, he says that you can find more of the projects on the Instagram and TikTok at Griblet Plaw. And yeah, just I'm gonna ask if I can show more weekly, but you can check them out on TikTok and Insta. This is incredible. The artist that did the at Muse Kadri did an amazing job with the pinups. The coloring is just like phenomenal. I like how he kind of switched around the ass thrusters to put them in the knee. I think that was an amazing idea.
It does work
It
really
works
Oh, yeah.
super good.
it had ass thrusters.
Damn.
Yeah, those thrusters are actually on the back.
Yeah, so these thrusters on the knees there,
Yeah.
they're supposed to be in the ass.
Yeah, I've shown it.
Honestly, I
there.
prefer them on the knees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of
they
makes a
look
little bit
better.
more sense.
I like the
Yeah.
I like something that's not touched on by like even his thingy. Like I really like the sniper rifle it has. I know that's like in the Razor kit anyway, but
Yeah.
it looks really cool like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, the whole thing about the Dynamis is being a sniper unit. It's always been
Yep,
cool
yeah.
to me.
It's one of the few rare Gundam really does need more snipers. Like we got the GM sniper.
The GM Sniper 2 is
You
always
got the
lovely.
other GM
Speaking
sniper.
of GM, this is by our Discord member Taito. All the
Hey.
weathering is a
Fuck
dry
yeah.
brushing using Vallejo black and silver, along with on the shield. And I use a drill bit to drill a hole, then scoop out plastic with a hobby knife to make it seem like an explosion. The only thing I will say about this kit really is that it has screws and what feels like shoelace material for legs.
So what's
Oh.
the
What
GM
is-
is
what
this? It's
kit
not
is
a regular
this?
one.
This is a Gym C-type or a Gym Kai, as they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because that's not regular GM shoulder armor.
Yeah, that's also the face
Yeah.
is definitely not
It's
It's
regular.
also not their shield.
Yeah, it's a
in Origin,
similar, but
Yeah.
I
Hang
do
on,
love
I'll-
always seeing
Whoop.
the gyms because they are a workhorse, especially when battle
Yeah.
torn.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely a Kai or a C type.
I need a
I
couple
briefly
of
thought it
gems
might
to
be the
throw into
power,
it.
but it's not chunky enough.
Yeah, the power has a much bigger backpack.
I would just get a bunch of GMs so I can really have them battle damaged and then throw them out later. You know, just really battle damage.
But
Your
they
bias
won
is
the
showing.
war, Aya.
No,
They
the
won the war.
No,
All
they
your
didn't.
fancy shit.
The Gundam
They
won
beat
the war. Let's be real here.
That
Gundam
the Gundam
beat
won.
beat the
no,
Goku.
no, the Gundam.
They won the battles. They still
Look,
the
yeah,
gyms
look,
won
if
the
it wasn't
war.
for the Gundam Zigzeon, you know what I mean? That's
Who do you think won the Australian
no.
front? They didn't have a Gundam over there. They
Xeon
had gyms.
collapsed
Anyways,
in on
these
it,
are
Who do you
some-
think won California and every other place where there's not a Gundam?
These are some of the
Dear
tools that were used.
You know, California was a
Very
hell of a
big.
win, given there was like 10 different Xeon aces from video games there.
Yeah, and they still lost.
Yep.
Anyways,
I'm just saying, the gyms
Taito,
set the Midnight Veneer running.
thank you so much for sending your GM. Wonderful
Yes.
job.
Yeah, man.
We love
the,
GMs.
Oh,
Keep
so
sending
well.
The
GMs.
weathering. Great
I'll send
job.
I'll send one next week.
Like
I said, I still got the one from the con to build.
out on this.
Yo,
I've
I
got
see
a
what
lot
this is.
I've got a lot of picks. Mine's gonna be another group pick.
What is-
This is by
Oh
Yeah.
my
Graham
fucking
Jam.
god, that's amazing.
I wanted to combine my love of sketching with Gunpla. Use extra parts from the Gundam GN Ultron and the sword from Gundam Builder part sets. The build and painting wasn't that complicated. Primed and painted. Did the detail work with Gundam liner pen. Then matte coated the whole thing. The line work was the longest part. It was really great in a final assembly.
Cross-hatching.
Seeing all the parts come together. If you want, my Instagram is at life_in_144.
This is amazing, but I'm also confused because where's usually the plastic has coloring. Did they just remove the coloring, or
Yes,
it's
they
like
just painted
it's
it
like
all
a
white.
sketch.
Okay,
You know, like
that was the most
sketch.
confusing thing to me.
Yeah.
Still, this is amazing.
Yeah, no, like because they got the gun lines there, but they painted them white.
Why?
I just like
how
how
the
different
fuck
it is.
did you do this?
This takes so much time, just like with what we saw
so
with the
much
last bit.
time taking into account all the angles. Jesus,
Yeah,
and it even has the freaking
Gerber straight.
Yeah, the Gerber straight.
Yeah. I think it's a really, really unique way, especially when they Graham Gem's combining his love for sketching with Gunpla, and I think it's like super unique. I love this. This is like combining.
This proves Gunpla's freedom.
Yeah, this is combining two passions, and I'm all for it. Like, that's crazy. I love it. So unique. I've never seen this before. I love it. Looks so nice.
Incredibly well done.
I am inclined to agree.
We've had a lot of good ones this time.
Yeah, this is a lot of good submissions this time around.
Fucking delicious.
Like, we welcome and endorse any submissions, but actually, there isn't a but.
There is
not a but, because this is.
We are here to be supportive in general. Just holy shit, we got a lot.
Is by our Discord member Velnek, and they have completed the Magic Knight Celeste. I'm a big fan of Magic Knights.
Loading it.
Huh.
It's the blue one.
Yeah, I love these
the water one.
They all look like Digimon, which I love.
My favorite part of Rare is that that they have these individual swords and their magic, so they're like locked to the user. Like the wind one just becomes too heavy to hold. The water one just turns into liquid and then reforms when it's out of someone's grasp. The fire one sets whoever grabs it on fire. I love it.
I will say, I do.
Hikaru burned a man to death by accident. It's great.
I will say, when you're working with magical mechs, they can look like knights or dragons, whatever, as long as they look good and they don't actually have to look.
Technically, they're independent entities. Like they're just gods.
They're gods.
Still, they're mecha.
They're mecha.
They're mecha, and they're
There is no Magic Knight Rare. There are the Magic Knights, and there is Rare.
Also, I just want to point out, I'm a big fan of your bedroom. I'm assuming this is your bedroom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
nice stuff. Good Funko Pop collection.
Like, I know you're submitting your model kit, but I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the bedroom.
Love the shield and the sword rack.
I do love this model kit, though. I always like knight designs for mecha or dragon knight designs, and this fits both.
Who
I need to get myself some of these Motoroids.
What company makes this?
Who makes the Motoroids? Good Smile.
Good Smile, okay.
Yeah, Good Smile.
Hey.
Yeah, no, they put out a lot of Motoroids and stuff that's in Super Robot Wars 30 over the past couple of years. Like, they did the Magic Knights, they did Knights and Magic, they started doing Gun X Sword.
Okay.
And
they've started putting out some Braves.
Expensive, but the other ones are actually reasonably priced. You just got to shop around.
Okay. Are these hard to get? Are these kits hard to get?
No, if you've got a good hobby supplier, I mean, some will have these in the back. They don't really showcase them a lot.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
They have been moved to the front rows more. Like, for example, with Gunpla UK,
yeah,
he's all Gunpla shells, but he has like a section of these at the front now.
Okay.
Because they're just so different, but they're so fun. Like, they're fun to build on top of everything. So
I need to get myself a Dana Thursday.
Yeah, you definitely need to get at least one of these kits. Give them a try.
Oh, and an Eldora 5. I want an Eldora 5 too.
They look fun. They're good.
Is there one of Eldora 5?
There is.
Yeah,
which
there
is good because because when they were making like Robot Spirits Gunnex Sword, that they were gonna give us Brownie and Eldora 5, and they just didn't.
just literally
How
go on
dare they?
Google, put in Good Smile, model kits, and I'm sure you'll find a local supplier or a way
They-
to get one for a good
They
price.
also did a model kit figure hybrid called ACT Mode, one being Machine God Armor Maple. Interesting.
What?
Thing. All right. Next kit. Thank you, Velnak. Thank you, Velnak. Really appreciate it. Next kit is by our own Discord member, Zeonic Shadow. It is the custom Demi Trainer. It's Choo Choo. And I love this because it has
Jesus fuck, I love it.
animal.
Wait, it has animals
Why is
from the
animal
fucking
on the
from the
top?
Muppets in
Oh
Why
there.
is there
my
a Yankees
God.
logo on it?
Oh my
It says
God.
Pete.
Oh,
Animal
God,
from the
Yankees.
This is
Muppet band.
amazing,
I'm
but
talking about
why?
Why
There's the
not?
New
I love
York
it.
logo, the New York
This is
Yankee
so
logo.
good.
Why
Did you put an
not?
LED
Actually,
in it?
No, wait. Actually, this makes perfect sense because Choo Choo probably would do this.
Yes.
Yes, she would if she.
She just
had
needed a good
This
enough
is
artist on
literally
hand.
a Demi Trainer that comes at you going, "I'm walking here. Fuck off, buddy."
Yeah, no,
Just
just
smacks you in
fucking
the
Michael
face.
pops the hood of the
The
car,
last thing
keeps
you
it
hear
in,
before
keeps
you
on
lose the
walking.
duel, forget about it.
Forget about
I
Forget
mean,
about it.
I love it, but it's
Yeah.
also crazy. I mean, when it
Oh
comes to
my
soldiers, they always
God.
like to put things on their, make it more
This isn't a
personalized for
soldier.
them.
Oh
This is a
my
teenager.
God.
I know,
love
but
this.
still.
I fucking love it.
Wonderful
Wait, what's the
idea and
Titans thing doing
concept.
there?
Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Why
What
not?
the
Yeah, I
hell?
guess why not?
Because fuck space shields, that's why.
Yes.
I
enough.
need to know where to get these decals, these really cool.
Have you
Probably
heard of
used a
Google,
printer.
Aya?
Sorry?
You could probably print them out.
Yeah, I need
Maybe.
I need a
Use
I need
Google.
I
Google
need
is
a
magic.
a decal
Maybe they just had a
printer.
random Muppet sticker, and you're like, know what? This going on the shield.
The thing I like about this in particular too is that it looks faded, like it's been used. Like it's not like a brand new, shiny decal. It's been used,
This is
and
a
I
used
like
car.
that effect. It's a Demi Trainer that's been used, so I love it. Oh,
I just love
This is
the
a
fact
used
that
car
it's
that is never going to be
so-
resold.
no.
It's a common kit that we see, but it's just been taken so out of context that it makes you smile.
It absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
isn't
I love
done
it.
custom for
It's
that.
pretty good. I actually really like it.
We've already given the fucking suit an accent, for Christ's sake. Forget about it.
It's got
It has so much character.
It's got graffiti as well, which is awesome too. I don't know what's on the other shoulder. I don't know.
I can't really get a good picture. I can't tell what that is.
But Zeonic Shadow, if you are watching, let us know in the comments. Yeah.
You did good.
You did.
You did real fucking
You
good.
did really good.
man.
You made me laugh today, which is usually hard for people. So
Trouble. It says
job.
trouble on the side.
Our
Trouble.
Our next kit is
Hey!
by another Discord member, Bikel the Vegan. This is my high grade GOG pool party crasher custom. I've been.
What part of this is a GOG?
I remember this one.
I've seen.
That's great.
I've seen rippling water or wavy camo on the high GOG somewhere. I wanted to try it out. I chiseled the seams on the shins into panel lines. I cut away his usual face to put a physical eye in there. Shout out to Scorpia for the idea on that. Shout out.
That's my girl. That's my girl. You're being shouted out.
I used an airbrush and brush for the rippling water, going back and forth to get the smooth gradients with the distinct lines. The rest was just applied makeup and sponges and a brush, one base color and sometimes a highlight color. The picture of him in the pool is just him roughly cut out and put on top of the pool image. And I changed the brightness to make the pool as dark as he is. Really happy with how well he blends in and how dark the undersides can hide. Let's go through these pictures.
This would be the fucking original Turn A kit then. It's like
Yes,
the
he
Momo
did.
Kapoor
He did
had
actually
the
get
blunted
the.
claws.
He did actually get the original kit.
Wait, well, how
done.
old is the
We have to
original
do it to him.
kit?
The original kit is
I'm looking
ancient.
at it now,
That's gotta be
1999, the same year they
Oh,
started
jeez.
making high grades.
Oh my
Holy shit.
god, damn.
I love the
Jesus.
weathering and rust on this thing, but holy shit.
Look at this. Look at it.
Yep.
Looks like a little crib. Oh my god.
It looks like a little.
Like I
Little
said,
ball
most
boy,
of,
the one
Look
who
at
sees
this-
the
look
moon
at
race
this
his
boy.
ass.
Oh,
like I say
Get
with
the
most
crime
of,
rave playing.
oh my
like with
god.
like I say with most of the like turn A stuff, they all look like they roll up into balls and just move that way.
Okay, but this one was double Zeta.
Wait, what?
And it's also
Oh.
in turn A. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, the only kit came from turn A, but
Does-
no, the
does it
turn A version is just a
go,
green version of the double Zeta design.
Oh, I
doesn't
forgot
it
this came from the
technically
double
go
Zeta.
against, the religion of vegan to
Oh,
create,
love the paint on the
animal-style crap?
Zigok.
Honestly-
That's really
Yeah,
good.
that.
Oh yeah,
Honest-
that is a fucked up Zagok. I love it.
I've known Bishael for quite a while now.
Yeah.
He's great. Like as a person and as
Does it have
an artist.
seaweed?
Yes,
Even
that
though
is
he's-
seaweed.
even
Yeah, it's
though
like
he's a
moss
vegan,
or
Oh my,
seaweed coming
it's
out of it.
B Kyle. I butchered the name. I apologize. It's a Bikal. B Kyle.
That's fine.
Like-
Nobody knows. We pronounce
like
it different
to
every
ride
time.
my
So
Is
it's
bike.
he
Bishael,
It's
it's
genuinely a
Michael.
vegan? Like,
I don't
genuinely
know.
vegan?
B Kyle the vegan.
This looks like a guy that eats his steak raw, so I appreciate what he built.
This
Like,
Zagok
this is
just
some
finished fighting a
wonderful
cow.
work right here.
Well,
Well,
for
not
once,
together.
we actually see a Gopool surviving instead of being used as a shield.
Listen, there was that one with the rocket punch.
And here's the squad of his what is this? Death Olive? No, it's not Death Olive, right?
It's the Round Boy Squad.
Big Daddy vibes.
It's the Round Boy Squad for
It's
sure.
it's
Because
really
they're-
round boy
I want-
hours.
I-
Because they're
can
all
see these
aquatic
three.
mobile suits and they're very, very round.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could see these three just walking around Rapture. Well, outside Rapture.
Honestly,
but-
honestly, they need to remake that one meme from the Russian show with the three people walking in a line with the font music.
Yes.
In the
Oh, you
background.
mean
Treasure Island?
oh, you mean that one?
Dr. Lively.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
I definitely
Yeah, it was
agree with
Treasure
you
Island.
that I'd love to
Got-
see these
yeah.
in like Bioshock as Big Daddy mech suits. That makes me smile.
Yeah, we made Bigger Daddy.
I feel
We
like
made-
this is
You
You
just
see
mean
like
Big Daddy, but now we
oh,
have
you-
Huge Father.
So
This
now
isn't
we're
even-
in frickin' Bioshock 2 then.
Yeah, this isn't
Well, it's
even Big
actually in
Daddy.
chat
This
right
is
now
one
in
that walks
Discord.
up to you and goes, "I'm your daddy."
yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah, no, it just pops a Big Daddy on its shoulder.
I love it. It looks so cool. I want to
Yeah.
I want to see this like in actual like water. Like I want to see some like outside shots, you know? That's what I want.
Yeah, but that would probably fuck up the painting. And I don't want to damage this beautiful, beautiful damaged paint.
So good.
That's.
I mean, you
something
can
would
easily
prefer tonight.
Photoshop it in. You know, give me a
Oh, hey,
couple hours,
Scorpius
I
in
can
the
probably make
chat.
it look good.
Oh my god. Amphibious suit
let's
God
supremacy.
be praised.
Photoshop the water
Dog be praised.
Oh my
Praise.
god.
Oh my god,
We'll
he
do
looks
no
like
such thing.
so Kapool looks like it's doing like have you seen that like drip or drown thing where
Yeah.
he's just holding his hand
Why
like
would I
that?
praise the Gog when the High Gog
Yeah,
exists?
yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Another kit. Okay, this is by Relgrade
Oh.
Studios. This is the perfect Neo
Whoa.
Zeong. This is
It has
the,
legs.
this
It has
is the
actual legs.
this is the perfect
Wait,
Neo
wait, wait, I
Zeong
know where the legs are from.
conversion designed from scratch, fully articulated and 3D printed with plastic and resin. The conversion kit features a hidden gimmick where the shin opens up from a hidden mega particle cannon. It took me
tracks.
about 5 months to build the conversion parts. The process involved redesigning the legs, which took about 4 to 5 times to get exactly how I wanted it. I painted the kit it took about a week, provided that everything was printed and assembled. The parts were printed using resin printers combined with PLA material and fused deposition modeling (FDM). The legs alone each weigh 2.7 kilograms or 6 pounds.
Wow.
The
Holy
total
shit.
weight
Jesus fuck.
of this kit is 11 kilograms or 24 pounds. The total height is approximately 87 centimeters or 34 inches.
So if you
It
throw
costs
this in
$12
someone's
million
face, it's basically a
to
brick.
fire this gun.
I think I know where
But
those
it was
legs are
sick.
originally from, though, even if he reworked it. I think those are the Devil Gundam legs.
No, the Devil Gundam's
No,
No,
They are
folded up into a
custom
I
face.
think it's custom.
it's
Yeah,
100%
it looks
custom.
custom.
Those don't look like Devil Gundam. If anything, they look like fucking Combiner Wars legs.
So
actually
they
kinda do.
the legs,
Yeah, they kind of do,
the
actually.
legs have particle cannons. Okay, that's insane.
The legs
Yeah.
have particle everything has particle cannons on the freaking Neo
It's a
ZR.
Neo
It's a
Zeong.
Zeong.
Everything's a particle
Oh, it's a
cannon.
TIE
on
Fighter
it.
It's a
shield.
Zeog. It's cannons for days.
Oh my god! Holy shit! So this
There's
thing
been a lot of
weighs.
labor
This thing is
and
huge.
This thing weighs more than my son.
Holy
Make them
shit!
fight.
Oh my
Jesus.
god!
This thing would step onto a planet and it would cause mini earthquakes just by
Jesus.
walking because of how
It's
heavy
even
it
bigger
is.
than the fucking Psycho Gundam or the Psycho Gundam Mark II. Like, holy
Yeah,
shit!
it's wild. Holy crap!
Let them fight.
Yeah.
We finally
just
have a
to give you an
kaiju.
idea as well, this kit is what 11 kilograms rounded off.
Yeah,
or what
11
was it, 11
kilograms.
four?
Yeah.
The ruling
11?
kingdom
God,
is
that's heavy.
only 3.6 kilograms built. So this is some
Jesus.
heavy duty work he's made. And I really respect the mechanical design of the entire thing.
Oh yeah, no, like those have to be chunky ass legs to hold that thing up.
That's amazing.
But it's also, because it's articulated, he's thought about the joints.
Yeah. It's
So,
fully articulated.
major top marks to the creator. Really well
Yeah.
thought out design here. And I fucking love it. This is my best of the night right here. I know the other ones have had nice paint jobs, but this is my best of the night.
Damn.
I
Just
respect
'cause
the
of how much
mechanical
thought went
design,
into it.
but the waist now looks kind of silly.
Oh, like the itty bitty waist?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, how far it comes in. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is a little bit ridiculous, but
We've been seeing
I
that
mean-
a lot, in Gundam series now, like the tiny waist. It's kind of
I'm
weird.
pretty. He could easily add plate
it's not-
round.
we
it
get
out
it.
a
We
bit,
get
or-
it. You guys have a kink.
Yeah, we get it.
He could easily put a plate round.
Oh, yeah,
that,
that's
though, make
rich
it
coming
look
from
twice,
you,
3
given,
times as big, so-
Thighs, yes. But lovely kit,
gave the wing 0 boots.
amazing, design of the legs, the time, and like the mechanical engineering to have it like actually be functional, and like it is fantastic.
Actually stand.
Flex, crazy, absolutely
Yeah.
nuts.
Thi-
I
this
mean,
is the
I mean,
kind
you're
of
not
cat-
gonna
go
be
on.
you're not gonna be posing this much with how big and heavy it is.
I
so-
think we could see I could see a giant Neo Zeon kick.
I mean, this is the kind of guy you go up to and you say to him, "Oh yeah, I build custom suits," and he just looks at you, starts rubbing his nipples, and goes, tell me more." That's all he's gonna do to you.
Oh my god.
They make a custom Big Zam.
Yeah, you've all got that South Park image in
I
your
want
head.
one.
Yeah,
Big
if
Zam.
you're
God,
listening,
yeah.
Relgrade Studios, next project is Big Zam.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hey, Big
I
Zam.
see it.
Oh, I would love to see a big Zam like that size.
Yeah,
I think I've only
Yeah.
seen one like close to that size maybe once a very long time ago when I went to Otakon while it was still here in Baltimore, and there was a big Zam that was in the Gunpla competition that was
Custom.
it had to be almost 24 inches tall.
Yeah, I'm still
Big
kind of bitter that
Zam.
they made a fucking Psycho Gundam kit. They never made a Big Zam in that scale.
Rip. Next kit is by our own Discord member, Frisky Walrus with the Gunner
Hey.
Zaku. Hell yeah.
Also,
dude.
That's a big gun.
I
Yeah.
have to give props for someone just being named Frisky Walrus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Frisky Walrus, thank you for the submission. What? So is that like an
I-
energy backpack for the gun?
It's an energy
Yeah.
rifle, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's an
basically
energy
what it
cannon,
is.
so it needs a power
I need to-
source.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need to grab the rest
okay.
of my Leo to plug the
yeah,
parts
that's
into it.
the Zaku
And
warrior
the,
with the big energy cannon.
This which part of Seed did this appear in? I
Seed
know it's
See
Seed
Destiny.
It's
Destiny.
like one of the only good things that comes out of Sea Destiny.
Oh, really?
Well, like again,
They
the
use
mega
Zaku
design
Warriors
and
and start
seeing-
using Goofs and Doms, basically. So basically, they
Yeah.
just revert to, yeah, we're pretty much Xeon, so we're
yeah,
just
we're
as
pretty much
bad.
Xeon, and we're just going to make them all look really cool. And that's kind of it.
Is that a mega-sized Zaku I'm seeing?
Yes.
Based.
And this is the rest of the gang.
Yes, put them all. We need to put them all in that colony and then
You
just
know
throw
what?
them into space.
I love the fact the guy's done a Zaku Warrior. He's done so well. I think
Oh.
That's a
I'm gonna
lot,
put my own
though.
I'm gonna put my own Zaku Warrior up next week.
Yeah,
just to go with that
praise
one
the
from the
Zaku.
same line.
Praise the Zaku.
I think he has two Shin Matsunaga Zakus in there. Let's see. There's Zaku Warrior. There's Char Zaku, the original. The freaking
I see the Dozel Zaku.
Dosel,
yeah. I think there's Johnny Raiden Zaku in there.
Yeah.
Lower right, I believe that's Johnny
Uh,
Rin's
Johnny Rins,
Zaku.
yeah.
Yeah,
What's
I
the
think
white
there's
one?
also that's Shin Matsunaga's.
That's Shin. Yeah, I was gonna say he has two Shin Matsunaga Zaku's in there.
Yeah. And there's also, I think, the Zaku one for Gato.
Is
And
that a-
Yep,
is that
that's in the center.
is that a 148 mega Zaku? Or is that
I'm back.
Yeah, that'll be the
Would that be?
148.
I came
Yeah,
back
I think that is
to
148 size.
a shit ton of Zeeks, and yeah, no, that looks about
It's basically
148.
a jumbo size HG,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's quite well designed as well. It's a good kit.
Thank
You know,
you.
I'm not familiar with that kit. Who made that?
Bandai?
I
Yeah,
don't
Bandai.
Was
know.
it Bandai?
Yeah.
It's really big.
Yeah, no,
though.
it was in Build Fighters. They were
It
advertising.
wasn't Build Fighters. Yeah, the creator of Build Fire just like, yeah, I want to join this fight, so I'm just gonna bring out this giant Zaku, and you guys try and
Oh,
see
that-
and fight it.
That's
Well,
not
they-
what it is.
final
Like,
boss is
well,
just
I
a
don't
giant
want that
Zaku.
one kid specifically
Our,
to win. I'm going to sick a giant Zaku on him.
Our last
And he was in control of it.
our last kit
Oh, it was auto
is
controlled.
by Bagraga,
Oh.
and it is
Oh, it's a Lego.
a Lego Barbatos. I'm very happy with this kit, and it looks very nice. Was the
Made a
building
lot of use out of
experience
that
easy?
shield.
Question mark. Some steps were difficult to understand, but it's all just knockoff Legos, so it's not that bad. It claims that this can transform into a plane, but that's not true. And I wouldn't try to find out to take it all apart.
Yeah, I wouldn't even try.
The
This
main-
looks amazing, though.
The main issue with the kit
Yeah,
is
no,
the
like-
chest. There are only two small brick joints holding up the beefy chest and arms, so it tends to
I
open
imagine.
up and fall off. It's also crazy heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
so
like
it's
the
basically
shape on this was
the,
done so fucking well thanks to all those shield pieces.
It's like an AliExpress Lego Gundam.
Yeah.
but it's actually pretty good looking for what it is.
But
I'm not
like,
gonna knock it for that.
it's really good. I like it.
It was advertised on Facebook.
It's not too shabby, to be honest. It really does
But
surprise me.
it's holding a Barbatos. So it's actually
Oh,
kind of
God.
big then. It's
Yeah, it's pretty
big.
big.
Don't speak to me or my son ever again.
So the real question, do you have Lego Mika?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's the
God.
question.
Oh yeah.
Is there a tiny little Mika in there?
Bagradog, get back to us
That would be awesome.
with that. If there's a tiny Lego Mika, let us know. Okay, that's it for all the kits.
I'm kind of sad I missed the Zaku Palooza because, like, fun fact, I almost originally started with a 148 scale Zaku
All right, we are
because
gonna
I
way to
was getting into
start.
Gunpla because I bought a fucking scale from Xenoblade Chronicles X and it was 148 scale and I was like, oh cool, I want something of a similar scale. Oh, the designer worked on Gundam 00. What Gundam kits are there available in 1 scale?
Mm,
All right, before we do the final thoughts on the G-Witch and Mecha Shootout, we'll do the Cool Wall. For the Cool Wall today,
Oh no.
Come on, flag.
for
Are you gonna have a
the
fight?
I mean, we all know where the flag's gonna end up, so
Sub-Zero.
flag.
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, the flag looks great. It's my favorite.
the flag looks great except for the legs.
we have
Like the neck's slightly lower because of that stupid clover head
first
crest.
up. We have the Zaku.
Zaku Cannon.
Top cannon.
Oh, Zaku Zaku
I-
Cannon?
Ah,
Yes.
yes.
Zaku Cannon.
The piece of crap.
Whoa. Okay,
They're
first
fielding a prototype.
We're gonna-
Performed like a piece of crap
more.
looks dope as hell.
we are gonna go with V Fluffy. Where's it gonna go on our cool wall?
Why would you go with me first?
Why not?
Are you just desperate for some confirmation that it's shit?
What?
Go.
You are speaking to
Right,
a bunch of fetties. Remember that.
I mean, no, I'll be kind to the suit. Is that I do like shoulder cannon systems.
Yeah.
Like Devon, this one's got a tiny one though, so he's obviously bitch made.
Yeah,
But
they can't all be
he's
gun
got a
cannons.
shoulder cannon, so I'll give him just a cool rating
Okay.
because of the shoulder cannon. The rest of the suit looks like shit, painted like shit,
Okay.
colored like shit.
Okay.
And you best
he's got a
hope.
shoulder
Good
cannon.
lord.
I mean, it is a desert. It's.
I mean, here's the thing. It literally looks like they go to the Chim Cannon and it's like, we gotta build a cannon unit ourselves. Just put some random crap on this old Zaku.
Worth noting in Endless Saga.
Though I am pulling legs though, guys. It looks honestly mechanically functional. Does look quite slimline in some parts. Still carrying armor, and it's got a shoulder cannon. So even though desert camo isn't really my thing, I'm still going to give it a cool rating because overall it's a decent Zaku. It's
Okay.
not the worst I've ever seen.
Okay. We'll go with Wolf.
You already know my thoughts. The only thing good about it is the colors on it.
Okay.
I hate how small the cannon is. It looks like it should be a beam cannon, but it's not a beam cannon. It is.
None of the fucking shoulder cannons on your war are ever beam cannons.
I know.
Is it like a rail
just-
gun or?
No, it's just a
That's a
straight up
cannon.
ammo loaded.
It was just a cannon.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
no, we're
Okay.
pointing out in MS Saga, this is the first fucking shoulder cannon you get, and it's
Oh
weaker
my
than most of the
God.
Vulcans.
Okay. Wolf, where's it going?
You know exactly. It's seriously not cool. It is lower than that
Alright.
because dear God, it is
Oh,
crap.
Okay, Medic.
Oof.
I'll put it in low cool. Like, I like
Okay.
the shoulder cannon,
Okay.
even if it's not good. I like the large ass shoulder shield. Because, like, this isn't something that's meant to engage in the front lines. This is something that's meant to hide.
Okay.
But I don't like the adjustments to the chest tubes. I feel the head feels just weirdly empty, and that antenna makes it look like a great kazoo.
I mean, yeah, it kind of does.
I've got to agree with the
Oh, yeah.
break.
Moku.
don't
Here's-
maybe put,
Here's George Jetson.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Here's
now you're
George
right. God
Jetson.
damn it.
Moku, go ahead.
I'm gonna have to put that like on the lower end of cool because
Okay.
while it's a neat variation of the Zaku, it didn't perform very well as an actual unit.
Okay.
But I think I purely want to give it like a cool rating just because of how it looks.
Okay.
Yeah, no, didn't they start just swapping the cannons out for chain guns near the end of the 1 Year War?
It would
Yeah,
make
In
kinda.
Yeah,
certain
because they-
variations, yes, they did actually swap them out for like full on like chain guns.
And then they stopped, questioned why they were doing that, and started slapping cannons on Gelgoogs.
No, what they actually did was basically first they want a laser weapon. They're like, "Oh my God, the Federation has laser weapons. We want laser weapons too." So they're desperately like trying to refit the Zaku and
The
the
fucking
Goof, and they're like, even the Dom. They're like, "Guys, we can't fucking do it. We don't know how to do it. We
In fairness,
suck."
the Doms
Locust.
managed to get beam bazookas.
Locust, what's your thoughts on it?
I think he's cool. That's it.
Okay.
He's cool.
And also if you want a really good looking version of this, the one from Unicorn actually looks really, really
Oh,
nice.
It does look better.
The
I
one
will
that
say
that one
that.
Ace had, Ian, what's his face? The guy with the spider theme.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Code Fairy. That's the only useful bit of knowledge you've ever given me.
Kai, where's it going?
I have a special place in my heart because I built a Zaku half cannon for my custom for my Brotherhood of Steel Xeon team.
Okay.
Okay, but this
um,
isn't the half cannon.
Yeah, so but I do like the heavier look of the half cannon. But again, like just the development history I watched from Kakarot, it's like it wasn't great. Like maintenance alone looks like hell. But it gets
How
points
do
for
you make
looking
maintenance
really
on a
cool.
Zaku terrible?
Yeah, exactly. But
Because they just
Trying to
show
make a
shit
special
together like they
machine.
always do.
yeah. But yeah, it gets points for looking as cool as it does, so it is in cool.
All right. So we've had mostly my choice would be in high cool, but we've had a mix of cool, low cool, and one seriously not cool. So
Meanwhile, I'm just looking at this cool wall and I just see the duck mobile suit just staring me down.
Just remember, everything we put in cool is worse than that.
So it is in the lower kind of tier cool section. The last kit is going to be. Oh, why did I choose this kit? This.
Oh,
Oh no!
What did
Oh, no.
when even
When
you
you
say
when
that?
I hear that, I'm concerned.
I had to
It's prob-
I had to appease the fetties.
Okay, cool.
It's in the contract.
Okay, so
so it's a Gundam.
It's in the contract.
it's either a mass production something.
This is the GM2.
Oh, it's the gym too.
Oh, the gym
Gym?
too.
We'll start with Wolf.
All right, this is going in definitely Sub-Zero. Like, it's just a better gym all around. Like, originally when it first came out, it was not considered all that good because it's basically just a souped up gym, like the original. They just gave it better parts, but it also looks better than the original gym. The coloring's better, everything around it is better.
Yep.
It's very clearly just a better gym, which a better gym is still a good looking gym. It's better than any Xeon looking anything.
Okay. We'll go with Kai on this.
Gym is Sub-Zero for me anyway, and it's simply just because just in-universe gyms are a lot more customizable and easier to maintain than most Xeon suits.
Okay.
Sorry to say that,
Okay.
but I also just kind of like, I don't know, the shoulder sensor like on the torso. Just I don't know, I just like that. I don't
That's
know
a
why. I
sensor?
just do. Yeah, that little
It's
light.
like it's an optic sensor.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like an extra sensor, which I don't know the actual purpose because most of its stuff is
If you
right-handed.
get
But
your head
yeah,
shot off, you have even more backup cameras.
I mean,
guess,
that always
yeah.
works.
But yeah, like Sub-Zero.
Okay. We'll go with Moku.
I'd say lower end of Sub-Zero because, like I said, it's a gym. It's a gym, but better.
Right. Locust.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah. Oh, I hear that.
This is like
I hear
this
that.
is like between not cool and cool. Probably a little bit under the normal gym.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Scorpion's threatening to slap me. Okay, this is cool. I've changed my opinion.
Okay. Okay.
This is cool.
It's cool. God damn it. Okay. Medic.
Low Sub-Zero. I agree. The gym is inherently cool, but I don't like the weird. What the fuck is that? Purple in the mid torso?
Or,
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
forgot
very
about the little
strange.
bit of periwinkle.
Isn't that supposed to
Maroon's
be, like,
not
part of
doing
the
it for me as
interplay,
much as the orange. And ultimately, I feel like it doesn't change up enough from the gym. Like, it just feels like the gym with extra details. It feels like it feels like a design that would have made its way into 0080 and then
Yeah.
get retconned a couple years later into a new design when it was just supposed to be a gym.
Yeah.
Well, this does show up in Zeta, and unfortunately, 0080 came out after, which has a bunch of more gym designs.
Okay, but I like the cold climate type.
Yeah, I
That's
do too.
Right. So where is it going? Sorry, Medic.
It's going in low Sub-Zero. Like, it's a good design. I just feel it doesn't change enough relative to stuff like the Gym 3
I
or the
do still.
Nemo.
I feel like the lighter colors on the white,
Even most
and
of the one-year
darker
war
overhead are
variants.
good.
Okay, V.
It's actually a hard one for me. I have got a question though before I do rate it.
Yeah.
Is that we're just discussing like the standard GM2, right? Not the variants.
No,
and
this
people
is the
going,
standard.
Yeah, not the
GM2.
variants, not the
No.
Nemo.
We're just
This is
talking
the
about
sta-
the bog standard GM2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then I'm going to be upfront and honest, and I'm going to say seriously not cool. And it's
Wow.
I'm gonna
Yikes.
base this.
I did not.
Savage.
I did not pay Fluffy Veer for this.
No, you
Liar!
didn't. This is actually my honest opinion, and my opinion is that mechanically the suit's sound. I've not got a problem with the mechanics of it, but the big problem I've got with it is that it bores me.
Yeah.
Like I
You
look
can't-
at this thing
it's
and
a
I
grunt
just
suit.
go,
Yep.
so
It's a grunt
it's
suit.
yeah.
Yeah, grunt suits
suits
can be
don't bore me.
they don't have to be like not boring. You know, this is
Everyone
Yeah,
you've claimed
it's
as interesting has been
it's
terrible.
dull. It's like if
And
I
what do you
go
say about
to-
Xeon? Oh yeah.
It's like the main thing, the
Mhm.
main example I can give to it is right. If you go to, and this is no insult to standard army personnel, because I used to be one, but when you see standard grunt soldiers versus, let's say, tank battalion or air corps or navy shipmasters, you can see a difference between them. And yeah, I'm not calling the army boring, but from my period, we were boring. We just did our roles, we got the job done, went home, that's it. And that's what this suit gives me, unfortunately. It gives me a bog standard grunt feeling. There's no wow factor to it to me. It doesn't have to have one, correct? But I wanted something about it that'd be like, "Ooh, that I actually like that about it," or like, but I'm not getting anything from it. I'm getting zero fizz factor. So
The
I'm
fizz
gonna have
factor
to
is
say
that it
suit's
wins
not cool
wars.
because it's a bit dull to me, unfortunately.
yeah. I'm gonna have to totally agree with you there, Fluffy. It's just so boring.
Surprising. Who exactly?
It's
But I
not.
will add to it.
it's-
I do want to add
If
one
we're
more
going off,
point.
if-
That the GM2's variants, they do give me the like
Yeah.
the snipers, the shoulder cannon variants, all the other variants. They've got nice little aesthetics to them, and they are functional. This, because of those other suits as well, on its own as a standalone, I feel like I'm buying a Ford Cortina instead of Ford Mustang.
Yeah,
That's
I
the difference.
agree. So it's just gonna
I understood that
it's
reference.
gonna plop
I'm
right
glad
here.
you did.
And also, surprising who?
Yeah, because you would think I'd be all like, yeah, complete Fed boy, but I've got to be honest, man. That the
no,
GM
you
suit
gotta
can
move
give me
that
the
higher.
fizz,
Higher.
Yeah,
but this
so
one
I'm
is
I'm
like,
putting it
nah.
in seriously not cool as well. So we're gonna it's bringing down the rating a little bit lower.
No,
overall.
it's going in
Three
Sub-Zero already.
Sub-Zeros, one
No.
cool, and two seriously not cools.
Yeah, so
It's going up there.
Equals cool.
Or we're
Yeah,
pulling all
it's-
those Zaku's down to not
it-
cool.
it's in
Yeah, we're pulling
you know,
all of that.
half of
I'm-
it's in the cool
We're taking that
section.
Dryzen,
We're
we're
having
shoving
another
it in
fight.
not
We're
cool.
having another
Yeah.
fight.
I'll
Oh,
even
no.
take that. I'll even take that prototype Dom that I sucked off so much and put it into
All
seriously
right,
not
all right,
cool.
fine.
I
fine.
will agree that with everyone else that it can sit in the cool section.
It's in the
not,
it's in the
not
cool
I
section.
think it can sit
Okay,
in the middle.
you happy?
It's still on the line. You gotta move that up.
Oh, for
Move it
God's
up.
sake!
Move it up.
Move it up.
It's in
please.
it's
Is
in
he
the
a
cool
sniper too?
section.
There's no way this
Even
thing is
higher.
cooler than the GOG.
It is cooler than the GOG because the GOG is the
Yeah.
GOG.
The
Unfortunately,
GOG
really
is literally
is
GOG.
the GOG.
The GOG is dumb.
unfortunately, it is stuck where it is now.
You know what? Just like a grunt suit, it's
It's
the
stuck.
appropriate size as well.
It's stuck. I cannot move it. It's stuck. This is where it is.
Wait,
This is where
are you-
it's destined to be small and out of the way.
I'm still able to kill a
I'd like
GOG.
to make an
and
entire
Xeon.
squad
Listen.
of Gym 2s just to laugh at you.
I just wish you showed like one of the variant versions.
I
I could
literally
got
We
an
have
entirely different
a
opinion about
variant.
it.
We have look. I agreed the GM like the power GM. I agreed that was Sub-Zero.
That is
there
the
are-
only that is the only variant you've put up here.
Yeah,
I think.
there
Yeah.
will be
You
more.
refuse.
Outside
will
of the
be more.
sniper,
There will.
How many Xeon suits are
Look,
up there, Aya?
Look, there. Look. Eventually, I'm
Branch.
gonna run out, and I'm gonna be forced to put.
well, that's
Fetty
because
suits.
Xeon had a lot more.
I'm gonna be.
Xeon was too busy throwing everything into the blender that was Amuro Ray, hoping,
Look.
oh, maybe this will work. Oh, it had catastrophic design flaws? Who could have thought?
Just look at the Duckman, okay?
Yeah,
Yes,
the duck
the duck,
makes
the
it all
silly
happen.
duck.
Look at the
The
silly
beloved.
duck, okay? All your
I am too busy building a perfect strike
all your
Gundam, so-
sadness is going away.
My Leo is almost done.
All your sadness is gone.
Wait,
It's not sadness. It's always been rage.
And rage.
I'm just
Nothing
looking
but
at it,
rage.
and all I hear is just my sleep paralysis demon going.
Oh
Ew.
God! Hey,
Why did that catch me?
That's amazing.
Why did
Oh
I
my
expect
God.
that more than anyone here?
Oh my God.
Like,
Okay.
I kind of saw that coming, and I don't know why.
Okay.
that caught me off guard.
Hold
Oh
on.
my god, my sleep deprived brain. I love you.
All right. So we're in the last section of the podcast. We'll try and do this quickly here. So we had a week to cook on G-Witch, and I just want to know if anyone has any more thoughts or final thoughts before we go through all the mech designs and just rate them.
You don't want to open my Pandora's box.
I've lightened up on it
after about a
on
week-
Prospera's Ultimate Fate a bit more, just because of someone pointing out that it's actually a fairly realistic depiction of an abuse victim who still wants their abuser in their life.
Yeah, maybe, but
Yeah.
still, she did a lot of bad shit.
Oh yeah,
When
Prospera did a
I'm
lot of bad shit, and I feel like everyone has just glossed over the fact that Eri was
when
on board.
I'm one of those people that whenever it comes to the harming of children, I'm like, no, you go to fucking jail or you die. Especially if you harm multiple children.
Harm all the children.
I thought Eri got off light, but on the other hand, she is permanently imprisoned inside a keychain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like she does not. She has less mobility now than she did inside the Ariel.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
you're
I will
trapped.
say-
You're trapped forever.
I will say, my
Here in
thoughts
robot hell.
And
My
yet,
thoughts of
he
most-
doesn't seem to be complaining all that much.
she does complain a little bit.
They won't allow her
A
to
little
complain.
bit.
I will say,
We can feed you to
most
the
of my
paper
thoughts
shredder, Eri.
haven't really changed on it. And it just makes me realize that this isn't as much a Gundam show as it's more like slice of life, because Gundam
Yes.
is always about war. Like, I
I
once
don't
saw a
remember
comment
many
on
slice of
Twitter that,
life
like,
that involved this much death.
What death? There was like
then you
barely
haven't watched
anything.
Guilty Crown.
Yeah, it's probably anything.
You remember when?
Except
You
for the
remember when
school.
Eri fucking
You
murdered
mean the
well,
one IBO episode where there was
my
actual death?
so one of the things that I really caught me was interesting was that the Witch of Mercury was originally planned as a war story, but when the script for the first episode was finished, this is not the prologue, so the prologue was already done. The director asked, "Why don't we make it a school story?" And the story took that form. The original
Great
plan
decision.
may have
Director's
been
name, Michael
based
Bay.
around the ground version in terms of atmosphere.
That man
I'm
should have
gonna
been
level with you.
fired.
Jesus Christ.
Great
I think
decision.
that there's a little bit lost in translation there, because
I am making
I
a
think
joke
what they're
somewhat,
actually saying
but
is that I think what they're trying to say is that the original intention of the story was probably to be focusing on the Spacians versus the Earthians, and I think they were going to do it from the point of view of the Earthians, possibly.
No,
At least from
no.
what I'm.
No, because the
What I
prologue
think they're
was
trying to
already
do
done.
here.
The prologue was already completed.
But the thing is that,
so it's
but
still
I think
a
they still
revenge
could have
story.
actually worked that in.
I will say I would have preferred a war story. Like, not every war story is obviously the same. I don't know why some people, obviously on Twitter, think that it's all this. I mean, wars are very chaotic.
Yeah,
and
but we had
crazy.
we get like a new war story every year set in the UC.
True, but
I mean,
this could
I'm
have been a
glad they
different
did something
Look,
different.
we had useless school duels for like the first season. Like,
You call them useless. I say I've had like 3 friends come to me in Discord like, so I just started watching Gundam, and you're the only person I know who could talk about it. So you know what? I'm
I
happy
will-
with that. I'm
I
very
forgot-
happy with that.
Manica, you reminded me of something I was going to say. Thank you. I will say this is a good. Like, I've simmered down a bit of it. My thoughts haven't changed, but I will say it's an okay entry into Gundam. Like, if it's your first one, I will say, but it's not getting you ready for what else you're probably going to see. Is what I was going to say.
Yeah, those are kind of my thoughts. Like, it's a good starter.
I don't know. I
but
think a
it's
lot of
not
that series
really-
don't linger as
Like,
much.
if you want more kid drama or teenage drama, then you're probably going to go to Seed. But
Yeah.
anyway else,
yeah, this is
not.
not really.
Yeah, but then it's Seed.
Yeah.
This is
You're
not
right,
really.
this one tends to linger on the consequences of death a bit more.
The thing is, though, this may be an entry point for Gundam, but it's not like really anything else. You know what I mean? It's
I
just
don't
kind
know.
of more slice of life ish.
After a week and after watching a little bit more of Gundam Seed Destiny, I can definitely say that the story is better, but that's not exactly a high bar.
That's what I was gonna tell you.
Well, yeah,
It's
I was about
Gundam
to say,
Seed
it's like you're not
Destiny.
setting the bar very high while mentioning Gundam
Like,
Seed Destiny.
You're actually kind of
That's
bringing it
considered
down by
generally like
saying
kind
the
of-
low
That's
point of the
mid.
franchise.
That's kind of not good.
Yes. I'm just saying that the story itself is mid, and it's just like it didn't wow me as much as I thought it would, and it didn't grab me as much as I would have liked.
I don't know. Like everyone, I hear people in the fandom just keep saying, "Oh, it's boring." It's just,
It kind of is
are we
sometimes.
watching the same show?
Yeah, I will be honest.
Like,
when it comes
Are we
to
watching
as
the
someone
same
that
show?
as someone that used to watch like slice of life shows, eventually I got out of it because they kind of bored me because it was the same
it's
thing
okay.
over and over
We
and
get
again.
You still enjoy the slice of life. Carry on.
No, I actually don't. I haven't watched any in a long
But
time.
there's
on, carry
just
on,
a
Blake.
Like, because there
lot
was-
of like sitting around, like either in rooms talking, or they're in space talking, or they're on their
God,
Earth
just
talking,
opened my
and then you'll
mouth.
have like a school duel, and with no
I will-
with no real stakes of like death. It's just
I will-
like
I
you
will-
lost a bet, so this is mine, and I'm like, okay.
The stakes
Fine.
are Airy fucking dies.
I will say, well, originally we didn't know that,
Well,
You
yeah.
could guess.
What do you
but
mean
I will
Aerie
say
dies?
that
Aerie's already
I feel
dead.
like the talking would have been fine if it was more gave us insight to the world. Like even then, we
That-
still
I'll
didn't
give you
fully
that.
get full insight.
We barely know what Permit is. The Space Assembly League is mentioned in the prologue and then not brought up again until the end of the series.
Like here's the thing
Yeah.
with magical shows, you can kind of fub the magic and not explain absolutely everything. But this is not a magical show.
The
No, this isn't
prologue,
something that we can just say like, "Oh yeah, society's normal outside of this section." This is sci-fi.
The prologue did not prepare me for what I watched the rest of the season.
I mean, I felt like that was actually really good. Like this series has been very good at showing the sheer.
But it
What's the
doesn't.
word
It
I'm
doesn't
looking for?
match. Like the prologue doesn't match with the rest of the
Yeah,
series.
that's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm trying to think of the word. Contrast. Yes,
Yeah.
the contrast between the safe, protected area of the school and the literal hell that exists outside it.
I have developed a massive problem.
I would be okay with
Wait,
that
hold
if
on.
they
I want
showed.
to hear the fluffy V on this one.
Nope.
This is what I'm calling the
Oh.
Pandora's box because it is. A
Oh,
massive
boy.
Oh
problem
shit!
I've
Put your
got towards
seatbelts
this
on.
series. I'll give a little concept first before it. Is that who here actually owns DVDs of their favorite Gundam shows? Like
I
for
do.
a quick example, I've got
I was
Gundam
going
Wing
to.
and Endless Waltz. I've got
I
Seed
don't because it's
DVDs, I've got
$100 per
things
series.
like that in my
Jesus.
collections.
I got Escaflowne and Gundam Wing.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to get
so,
Gundam
like,
G.
Now, from that, my point is going to be this, and I'm going to keep it simple, but I know this is going to be like the boomer perspective, but it's an important one, I feel. This show has no rewatch value to me. I will not be rewatching any of the episodes. I would rather watch a YouTube clip of the combat fight or fights that go on. I'd rather just watch YouTube clips instead of watching a full episode. And I am not interested in buying DVDs of it, or I love the suits. Obviously, I do want the master grade kits, yeah, but I'm not going to watch even the episodes related to them. I'm going to watch a YouTube clip. I'm not going to invest into more products from the show, like your fun keychains, your posters, books, and
I'm
all,
definitely
all
going to try
sorts
and
of
buy the keychains.
merchandise. It's got no rewatch value to me, and that's troublesome because I can honestly go from this stream and I'll go watch I'll watch an episode of Wing at random. I'll watch any loads of Gundam shows, Double O, C, any you can list off. I'll even watch an episode of Unicorn because I feel that's got a bit of rewatch value. But
I cannot
to
bring
me,
I
after
never
a
want to
week,
rewatch Unicorn.
that's my
Ha.
big problem with the show is that I tried so much to love it, but I'm not going to sit there and rewatch it again. I've got some stuff in my head from memory, but yeah, all this show's value to me is like gifs and clips on YouTube. That's a big problem with me. Is no rewatch value, no merchandise value even to me, apart
Damn.
from the obvious Gunpla kits.
Yeah.
Honestly,
And that's what hits me the
I can
most.
see
Is
it.
Like I will.
I understand
the
where you're
main
coming
thing
from.
we're going to cover here is this is the big one with me,
Huh?
right? The only merchandise I've got is a Gundam aerial large size mouse mat. And the only reason I've got it is because it's got a nice high resolution image of Ariel with the main gun out, the bits on the armor. And I only got it because they were out of stock of the new Gundam version. And I tell you now, the moment that this thing shows any wear and tear, I will replace it.
Oh no.
Not even kidding you. It means that little to me now. It's literally a ragtag mat on my desk for my mouse. And
I'm gonna level with
that's my
you.
big problem with the show is that
I don't
there's
understand
no
where you're coming
rewatch,
from.
bro. I wish there
I
was.
I don't rewatch. Like the reason I don't own Gundam DVDs is because if I've watched a series, I've watched a series. The Mecha DVDs I do own were to watch the series in the first place.
No, that's fair enough. But my point is,
I
like,
don't
to
buy the
rewatch
merchant mouse
these
pads
on
because,
a
like,
streaming
it's a mouse
service,
pad.
I'm not gonna do it.
Why do I need that?
I will say.
Point
Just
forward,
buy the
rewatching
Gunpla.
it even on a stream or something.
Like-
I'm going to, am I?
I will
That-
say
that's
there are
what I'm thinking.
like V makes a good point that like are there any like good quotes you can really think of in this show that make you go, oh, I want to go watch a clip of that again besides the choo choo punch?
What about the Eerie? I can
yeah,
fly.
actually.
I can fly. I'm
How about
Eerie.
how
No.
about the confession moment between Soletta and
No.
Yorne where they're fighting each other? That's
The
really
point
good.
when Ghoul
what's
fucking
the quote,
eviscerated
though?
the Michaelis.
Well, what's the quote?
Yes, but
That
think
one,
about
yes.
think about the
When
all these
Soletta
moments.
slaps
quote.
They are
Squall.
only no.
Nah.
Think about all those moments where it's either involving Guel or it's involving the mechs.
I think the one that really stands out is the headshot.
Oh yeah,
The
no,
one,
That
the,
one was pretty.
the one,
I'm-
yeah,
that
the
was
one.
pretty cool.
Like I said,
any Ghoul
disqualifying.
telling Shadiq to go up a stump, that was pretty good.
I will say this: the sound design is really good with like the shots of, well, literally the guns hitting like shields and whatnot. But other than that, in terms of music, it's just not popping for me. Like I've said before.
So
It's
one of the main things of why they kind of did it in a school setting is because the time slot for the show was going to be placed in prime time for young kids. So like
Yeah.
They
your
didn't want
like
another IPO.
your like 11-year-olds to like your I don't know 16.
Because remember, when IBO was
it's
airing,
good for
there was
for
some
the talk.
controversy in Japan because parents were like, "Oh yeah, it's Gundam, it's for kids,"
Yeah.
followed by "What the fuck?"
Yeah. So the thing is,
That explains
a
it.
big thing is they
that
changed it
explains a
to a
lot.
school setting, is because that audience also would understand better, or it would.
Admittedly, come episode 12, we were back to what the fuck.
We were.
I will say this does feel like it's I'm singling you out here just a bit, Locust, but it does kind of sound like it's kind of an insult to you, Locust person.
Oh,
We love Locust. Locust
Been
opinion
quiet.
is as valid as anyone else.
Can you guys hear me? Because my mic keeps
I
cutting
can
out.
hear you now.
I heard you. I
Alright.
heard you there.
Yeah.
I've been quiet
Yep.
because on one hand, I just completely disagree with all of you, but I don't really see a point in the discourse because I'm not going to change your mind.
Yeah,
It is
I will-
very
Fair
obvious.
No, but
It is-
Fair enough, but I'm a very
One of my friends-
open-minded person in this kind of thing.
Yeah,
but I
like-
can clearly see why you like this, Locust. It's because you're more into that slice of life stuff. Like as soon as you saw the pairing between Soletta and Mjorne, you were like,
Huh?
oh, the pairing stuff there. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing against you. It's just very clear
No,
none
that's
of
fine.
us.
It's also just what V said. This show is like just V is using an example because that's what he said. It's not for you.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
like
True.
this is
Yeah,
the
no,
new
this is a
like
show-
mainline Gundam show, but I think this show is for a very specific type of fan, and that's why there's this seemingly large group of people who don't like it because it is not your typical Gundam show. I've
The
now
issue
watched
is you need to filter
sure,
out the
Let Lucas finish.
actual.
Let Lucas finish because I want to ask him something.
Yeah.
I've now watched, we finished the original movie, the 3 movies.
Yeah.
We finished IBO, 8th MS team, and a few different things. Witch from Mercury
Still.
puts a focus on the characters away from the mobile suit and the fighting. The mobile suit and the fighting are like a vessel for the character development, and the plot between the characters to move on. The fighting, there isn't a war where it's like fighting, character development on the side. Is the opposite. It's like we have a duel once every other episode, and everything else is character stuff.
I gotta completely disagree with you
See,
on
but the
that
thing is,
one.
that's
I love Rich.
that happened before in other Gundam shows.
Locus
That's
is
not new.
kind. Locus
I
is
also
kind
gotta
of.
disagree.
No, what
I will
Locus is saying
put
is
down.
kind of true. Like the focus was really on characters. I mean, Soletta didn't really grow much till like kind of like the very end, but there was a lot of character development in characters like Gwell and like Mjorne, Nika, like as much
Okay,
as
I can relent that
as
he's
much
true
as
right
I
about
didn't
that.
really care
Yeah.
for a lot of like the D-listers and the side characters, you know, they were shown more prevalent than like kind of other series would kind of more show, and that's fine. But it like Locus says, it's just for some people it's not for them, and I don't
Yeah.
think this series is bad at all. Like far from
Like,
it. It's not a bad series.
Yeah.
It's I would say for Locus, what I agree with him, it's just different. And that's not
Yeah,
a bad
yeah,
thing.
like,
I-
when I say the story
I
is mid,
still
it's because
disagree.
I
there's
will
a
be
lot of-
honest and say that it's not like the worst. Like, unlike people on Twitter, like I literally said before, I gave it a 4.5 because it still has some good points. It is not
Yeah,
the
like-
worst Gundam show that literally
I do
belongs to
want
see
to put-
Destiny and like F91 because it's literally a rushed movie.
I do want to
Yeah,
put this in a very clear
let V
perspective,
yeah.
though, from myself, because I said it last time, and I have held on to that. My main statement from last week was, it's not for me, but I can see why it's for other people, and I can see why the elements are enjoyable for other people. So, even though this Gundam show isn't for me, that's my opinion. And I actually respect anyone that does like the show and finds enjoyment in it. So to Locust, I actually extend a handshake to say, I'm glad you enjoy this because I wish I could. I actually envy his enjoyment of it. And I envy anyone who does enjoy it because I wanted to enjoy this. And I know I haven't, and certain elements of it, sure. And I have enjoyed some bits, even though I find them loaned from other series. But again, I envy Locust for having so much enjoyment in this. I wish I could, and I really do love the guy
Yeah.
for that. And I wish anyone who enjoys this show keep enjoying it because I'm glad you do. I really am from the bottom of my heart glad you enjoy it, and I hope we can find a show in the future in Gundam where we can both agree and enjoy it even more.
Ain't happening,
So
Boomer.
that's
Or that
from
you
me.
can
Yeah.
both hate. Either way.
Ain't happening,
that.
Boomer.
I will
Get
say-
out of here.
I will say that he is right. Anyone that gives this show a fair shake and it really does not connect with him, I do kind of agree. It's kind of
It's
That
a
was
your
me with
problem.
Seed.
Yeah.
It took me 5 tries.
yeah. It's like the same
Fine.
thing. I will admit it's my problem. I watch so many of these Gundam shows, so I can kind of tell. And I've watched Slice of Life before, and Slice of Life, like it's good when it's intrusive and talking about the inner workings of the character, but this
I feel
was
like
not
we
doing
have
it
to
for me at all.
I feel like we're gonna have to dissect Seed episodes.
Oh no, we
Yeah.
are not doing that. I
No,
forbid any
I'm
of
out.
this.
We're
Something
probably
I've
gonna have to
been
do
I am
like
out.
a small
say,
episode with a
but,
small number of people who actually will watch Seed. And
I think
that's
claiming that
me.
G-Witch puts characters, it just reminds me of that fucking Genlock quote about characters first. Like, one of my biggest beliefs is that the greatest disservice that has been done to the mecha genre is the assumption that it's actually focused on the robots. A mecha series lives and dies on the strength of its characters. That is what allows it to endure. Like Gurren Lagann, for example, everyone remembers it as that was an awesome show, but I feel what truly made it so great that's hard to really sell to people is the strength of the characters. It's the undying human spirit. The mech is secondary
I just
to all
remember
of
the
this.
mech, so I'm just gonna disagree with
I don't
you on
even.
that part. I don't
like. I
remember
mean,
the
the
story at
mechs
all.
are iconic, but if I think about Gurren Lagann, I just think about Kamina and
Yeah, fair
about
Yeah, but you
Kamina
still-
shouting shit.
Yeah, but you still remember comment. I do agree with
I'll
Medica on here. I
actually,
will say
Go on.
that like Amuro, like can you always assume Amuro with the original Granddaddy Gundam, whether
Yeah.
it's
I see the granddaddy. I don't care about Amuro.
at
Till
the
the
same
last
time,
movie
Lo-
was kind of
Lotus.
just meh.
I feel there's a reason a lot of people focus on Char more than Amuro.
Because at the end of the day, Char was a little bit more of an interesting character.
Yeah, no,
But
he had shit going on.
Yeah.
Amuro was just
Yeah,
getting
I was
slapped
I
with
was exactly about to
PTSD
say
after.
it's because Char was a way more
Because
interesting
Char,
character.
it's basically like one giant long revenge story and then he gets kind of fucked up and he changes his ways, and then those ways get fucked up and he changes back. Like, it's crazy.
Also, that one manga where he spent like a few months trying to
I will
run
say-
Zeon before dumping it all on Hamon.
Yeah.
Amuro does grow as the series goes on, but he is also a child dealing with PSD, having to literally fight.
Yeah, no, by counterattack, he doesn't know anything.
Counterattack,
He's just kind of like ignoring everything Char says and trying to punch him in the face
So,
because
well, I
he's
mean,
done with this shit.
There was
I mean, it's completely understandable. If you see Char, you have the right to punch him in the face.
There was a rumor.
Like he assaulted Char on the way back from diplomatic negotiations.
He tried to shoot him.
I am interested in this rumor.
There was a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, or if it's just bullshit or people talking. But the whole thing with Gwell going down to Earth and all that was supposed to allegedly be another whole entire different thing where he actually kind of joins the Earth forces and he becomes kind of like their champion. And
oh my god,
see that?
Like,
I can see that.
But it also does feel like something someone would just make up.
It does, but it does also make me think of one old story that everyone knows, and that is Moses. That what makes me think of a little bit.
But that's kind of like one of the and like the series would be extended where there's conflict, like he's kind of like taking back Earth or whatnot, while stuff's happening in like the space corporation are too busy dealing with Prospera, and then that's happening kind of simultaneously, and then kind of there's a big climactic like ending with kind of Earth being liberated almost by the actions of Gwell and Ocelot, I think was his name, right? And that
Someone shout a Revolver Ocelot quote. I don't know any.
So that's
Revolver
like
Ocelot,
the thing that's been
pretty good.
Popping around, and like I don't know if it's true, but I can see it true because there's been rumors about which being cut short and which being different, like even months before all this, and now it's kind of coming up that indeed it was. So it's like I don't know, maybe there's some truth to it.
We've known that there's something going on since the start. Or the Ariel had red eye stickers.
It does. I will honestly. The series does feel like it was kind of like shifting a bit, like someone was fighting for something else. I do think it would have been more interesting. I do think it would have been more interesting if we did get something like that, where we could see what's going on with the Spacians all the time and what's going on with the Earthians all the time by having
We barely saw the Spacians do anything.
We barely saw Earth do anything.
We barely saw anyone but Soletta and Mjorne do anything.
Based.
This series needed time to breathe.
The show, though,
it needed
going back to what I said about the story being mid. Like, that doesn't mean I'm calling it bad. I like mid stories. I watch Inuyasha regularly. I'm saying that right now, and it is mid as hell.
Yeah.
It is a very old story.
It's a guilty pleasure story. I'm gonna be honest.
Tale as old as time.
I think that Witch from Mercury is gonna be another guilty pleasure for me because I liked seeing Ariel do its thing. I liked seeing the mecha doing its thing, and a lot of the slice of life stuff I could probably just kind of ignore. But it's most definitely something I will put on in the background and build something because it felt like a good binge-worthy show. But like, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And that's actually my same thing about the original Gundam Seed. I have no idea about Seed Destiny yet. I will know maybe in a few weeks.
All right. And when you regret your decision, don't come crying to us.
Are you kidding me?
I'll just be here to say I told you so.
I'll let Locust kind of finish up with what he wants to say, and then
I want to add something with Locust, but I want Locust go first.
I think a lot more people would have really enjoyed Witch from Mercury if it had gone for another 25 episodes. because it would
Yeah.
have probably meant that a lot of the things where people are complaining that it wasn't explained enough, despite the fact that it was explained, we could have gotten,
No idea what
even with
permit
one
is.
more
It was-
episode, we could have gotten like a flashback to what Noretta and Prospero's connection is, because there obviously is a connection, and it's probably that Noretta helped Prospero make Soletta, but I think people would have enjoyed it more if a lot of the things that are kind of like, here's the explanation in 2 sentences. Would have enjoyed if it was more like, here's the explanation in a separate episode, like we explained how Guel turns from a little crybaby into an actual man because he goes down and sees a fucking child die. And he's like, oh fuck, this shit is serious now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
I-
really
and
could have used
25
Elnora
more
flashback.
I do realize we could have definitely used like at least 5 more episodes to at least expand on like the Earthian and Spacian thing and look at Earth and see, and maybe even see some of the other colonies. I don't know, but we don't really get a feel for the world building. We need to know what the hell is going
We
on in this
still don't
world.
know what war partitioning is.
We still don't know what the heck a permit is.
What's your thoughts?
We know what permit is,
I
the
did-
mineral
I did
mine.
want to add an element to it because
Well, now I know.
it doesn't
And
have a
knowing is half the
rewatch
battle.
value to me. But I
G.I.
do
Joe.
want to add on to something I said last week about how the show leans on the other shows for iconic scenes, which, like
The
brain's
fencing?
gone
The
fried
fencing?
for a second. No, not the fencing. I'm
Fencing.
talking like when Ariel does the big beam cannon. We've got Wing Zero. We've got
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
IBO episode. Things
Unicorn
like
does,
that.
and everyone loves it.
I do want
Yeah.
to add that there is a positive element to that. And that's the fact that when I did watch those episodes and saw those scenes, it made me want to go and watch where the original scenes were from. So, like when you see the big Wing Zero, I'm going to call it a tribute. I went back and I
Homage.
watched
The
Endless
homage,
Waltz
yeah.
movie again. And when I saw the IBO episode, I ended up watching like half a season of IBO just because I'd seen the eyebrow sort of episode. So even though I knocked it last week where I said, oh, it borrows from these older shows as like to give these good scenes, on the other side of that same coin, I'm kind of glad it did because it made me go and rewatch those old ones again. And I was like, good vibes from that. So it's an entry point show for a good reason in that element because if this is your first, Gundam series you're going to sit down and watch, once you get a tag onto those older ones, you're going to see the references, sure, but you're going to appreciate them more because you'll be like, oh, so that's from here. I'm not saying the shows are linked, through different universes. Of course they're not. They're
Wait
not
till
like
Super
some
Robot Wars.
metaverse bullshit. But the point is that there's the bad side of the coin, but there is also the good side of the coin. And I'm glad G Witch did actually give me that. So I will actually thank the show for that and say thanks for making me watch the older stuff as well, because I missed it. I really did. And the nostalgia in me is good. So thank you, G Witch, for giving me the nostalgia kick. I do appreciate that.
All right. Well,
I know it just sounded like the ultimate boomer. I'm sorry,
It's
guys.
okay.
No, it's
Yeah, it's
fine.
fine.
That's,
We need the boomers.
We
the
need
boomer
we need
perspective.
a perspective. Yeah.
that's our.
Yeah, like 'cause
We still have the mecha shootout, but it's we're going past our time here. It's getting late. Um,
Okay.
Let's just quick fire it out then.
no. Next
Yeah.
next week we'll fire it out. Next
All
week
right,
we'll
no
do
Okay.
we'll do a fire it out. We'll go and talk about the suits from G Witch next week.
Everyone should be on their knees and thank G Witch. What a call.
All right, guys.
I agree.
what the hell?
Thank you for being here. It was awesome. Really good discussions. Lots of community builds. Amazing builds.
Can't wait for next week. Gonna be hella fun.
Yeah, keep them coming.
Keep them coming.
I need to get back to pictures. I
Also,
forgot.
I finished the Leo.
Nice.
Hey.
Congrats.
Mostly. I have no idea where the fuck the beam saber runner went.
Oh no. Meta, you're Leo. It just exploded.
Oh no.
No.
We'll look forward to
Damn it.
seeing it next
Listen, I'm
week.
just gonna put it safely next to the heavy arms I built for my best. It's gone.
All right, guys. Say goodbye to everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.